Hello, folks. Welcome to the Atlas Tube Center in Lakeshore. It's Game 2 of the NBL Canada Central Division playoffs between the hometown Windsor Express and the KW Titans. 2 days ago in Game 1, the Windsor Express came ahead 112-105 thanks to some big performances, 6 double-digit performances from their scorers. But on the other hand, it was the KW Titans not far behind, 6 double-digit scores themselves behind the big man Flenn Whitfield's 31. Now the question is, can the KW Titans rebound and take Game 2?
Yeah, when you look at Game 1 in a little more detail and depth, it was very good basketball. Low turnovers, high assist numbers. The Titans with 29, the Express with 27. But it was Windsor's three-point shooting that really got them through that game, I believe. A plus 10 from beyond the arc. They made 11 threes. Kitchener-Waterloo made 12, but Windsor was much more efficient, also shooting 44% from the field. So it was fantastic basketball all around, and I expect a great Game 2.
Absolutely. The KW Titans came out with a 10-0 lead in Game 1, and then it was mostly Windsor Express after that, besides a furious fourth quarter comeback. At one time, Windsor was up 21, and then within a few minutes, KW had it down to 1 point. So you know this team is scrappy, and they will fight down to the very last possession.
Yeah, and you think you have to look at quarter-by-quarter scoring. The Windsor Express outscored the Titans in the second and third, but not in the fourth, hence why the game was decided within 7 points. But I think the victory that the Windsor Express got in their last regular season game gave them some psychological strength headed into the postseason. But this Kitchener-Waterloo team remains very underrated, very durable, and very ready to play.
And of course, one of the contributing factors to the success for Windsor is the new venue. We're here at the Atlas Tube Center instead of the WFCU. A very European-style court, very loud, and it fits the Windsor Express crowd and the kind of style they play.
Yeah, change is something that we experience on a daily basis as people. Certainly with this league, it's a new floor, a new venue, and a new community out here in Lakeshore get to come enjoy the experience of the NBLC, the pursuit, the sixth season. It's opening ground. What a great opportunity for us all to come together and enjoy this sport we love so much.
Of course, heading into Game 2, we always talk about X Factors in every single game. And today, the X Factor for me has got to be Juan Patillo. When he was hot in Game 1, the people were on their feet. We took a step back after an alley-oop from Juan Patillo, and this place just roared. Just goes to show what kind of energy he can bring to the crowd in just one play.
Yeah, and before I speak to this Game 2, let's talk about the minutes that he gained from Cornell Brown leaving. Talk about embracing opportunity on the court as a leader and off the court as a leader, and it's shown in the stats, that's for sure. Almost 19 points per game, closer to 11 rebounds than he is to 10. When you got a guy that can play in transition like Juan Patillo, finish at the rim, rebound the basketball, and do all of the things he does as a big man, boy, are you in good shape.
Absolutely, and of course, KW's X factor, in my opinion, has got to be the play of Adam Blazek. A guy who shot over 100 threes in the regular season. It was a slow start for him yesterday, but he finished with 16 points. If he had a couple more minutes, he might have been able to tie this game and send it into overtime.
Yeah, and not just the scoring, Brett, but he can facilitate by passing the basketball, and he's also a great rebounder out of the backcourt.
Absolutely, and of course, a double-double from point guard Isaiah Umapig, 11 points, 10 assists. Always got to keep him in the front court, and obviously he can dish the ball too.
Yeah, and he had 5 rebounds. A fantastic game. Cavell Johnson also had 11 and 5, I believe. A savvy veteran in this league, and he's the kind of guy you want on the floor for the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans because he's been here before. That leadership's second to none.
Of course, Cavell Johnson, a wily, crafty veteran, helping this team reach the playoffs in their first season as an expansion franchise. On the other side, you've got head coach Bill Jones, who's got 100 career wins in the NBL Canada and 2 championship rings. What do you think is going through his mind heading into Game 2?
He's been here before. He knows what it takes to win. And this was a rocky start for this Windsor Express team, who finished over 500, who locked up the second seed in the Central. There were many bumps in the road this season. There were many doubters. But it's the Windsor Express who have prevailed, finishing the season so strong. And we look at the improvements on the offensive end. Certainly, you have to think about Tony Bennett and the efficiency and the scoring that he has brought to this team since coming back. And then another guy I love in Logan Stutz. He was 10 and 10 last game, but 1 of 1 from the three-point line. And that three ball allows him to space the floor. He's also fantastic in this transition game and with the pick and roll with Darren Duncan. So with weapons like that, Coach Bill Jones has got to be thrilled.
Logan Stutz was the only man in a Windsor Express jersey to get a double-double in Game 1 with 10 points and 10 rebounds. He got those almost in the final possessions of Game 1, helped them close out this victory. Now, heading into game 2, let's talk about some backcourt play. We love the backcourt here in the Windsor Express. Maurice Jones set a league record in assists this year. Wasn't his best game on Friday. Maybe look for a little bit more out of him today.
Well, certainly, but I mean, there's the next man up attitude. We had 6 rebounds out of Darren Duncan and 6 rebounds out of Tony Bennett, and you had 6 triples from the three-point line for Warren Ward. But when looking at the Express backcourt with Duncan, with Jones, and with Bennett, you have another guy. You're able to create a rotation. And if one guy is not on that night, you have another man ready to step up. So the trio of those 3 make this Express team ultra dangerous.
And nothing goes to show more Coach Bill Jones's confidence in those 3 than putting in Tony Bennett with 90 seconds to go in the game, getting a big bucket with his team just up by 1 point, and then pushing ahead for the win after that. Always exciting to see these 2 teams battle.
Yeah, and Tony Bennett has the big play ability. Coach Bill Jones can give him the ball with the trust and faith that he is going to do everything within his power to make the big shot. He has done it time and time again since coming back to this team.
Let's talk about the three-point line. Obviously, Kitchener-Waterloo set a league record in made three-pointers in a game this year. Wasn't their best outing on Friday. Maybe looking to see what the 3-ball does for them early in this contest.
Well, like I said, they were a minus 10 in terms of the percentage from beyond the arc, but they made 12. And credit the Windsor Express perimeter defense, which has been great all year long. The three-point line is definitely an important key factor in this series.
Well, that does it for us here at courtside at the Atlas Tube Center in Lakeshore. Make sure you stay tuned to our live stream all game long on Knoxroom.tv. I'm excited. You all should be excited, and I can't wait to call this one here between the Windsor Express and the KW Titans. It's Game 2 of the NBO Canada Central Division Semis. Brent Hedges and Kobe K on Knoxroom.tv. We'll see you for the call shortly after the national anthem. Hello, folks. Welcome to the Atlas Tube Center in Lakeshore, the host venue of Game 2 between the Windsor Express and KW Titans. I am Brett Hedges alongside my partner, Kobe K. And we are just moments away from tip-off between the Express and Titans. Windsor up 1-0 after a thrilling game on Friday here in Lakeshore, 112-105. It was a great start by Kitchener-Waterloo and a great finish, but unfortunately it was the second and third quarter that seemed to dispel their efforts here in Game 1.
Yeah, the Windsor Express scored 32 points in the second quarter to the Titans 17, so that was huge in terms of this game. But Brett, you alluded to something prior to the game to me I think that was of dire importance when analyzing Game 1, and that was the play of Leonard Whitfield. Now, we know he had 31 and 11, a fantastic outing, and was ultra efficient, 11 of 22 from the field, but there was a stretch where it slowed down a little bit, and if he had stayed hot during that portion of the game, hence the Windsor Express only won by 7, so who knows what could have happened. I do want to make one stat correction. Covell Johnson with 14 points, not 11 in Game 1, 5 boards, and he was ultra efficient from the field as well, Brett, 6 of 11.
Helping this, though, KW team keeping it close, and there was 12 fourth quarter points by Adam Blazik, cutting the Windsor Express lead down to 1 point, but it was a big basket from Tony Bennett coming off the bench, and then a few clutch plays on defense that put the Express ahead for good. The starting lineup for the Windsor Express wearing their white jerseys with red trim, going left to right to begin the contest. Juan Patillo, Warren Ward, Shaquille Keith, Logan Stutz, and Darren Duncan. For KW, it's at number 5, Adam Blazik, number 7, Isaiah Umapig, number 33, Flen Whitfield, as Umapig launches the first 3 of the game, and he connects.
And we talked about the importance of the three-point line, and right out of the gate, it is an instant factor.
New starter for KW this game is number 34, Tyrone Dixon, the Canadian forward. Formerly played at Humber College with the Hawks. Now doing some work for the KW Titans. Juan Patillo in the opening possession, loses it, gets it back, kicks it back out for Duncan for 3, and it's good.
So both teams trading 3 balls as the Atlas Tube Center erupts.
Blazik with the up and under. Juan Patillo taps it off the glass, and Tyrone Dixon can't keep it in bound. Adam Blazik's opening opportunity of the game.
Blazik did a good job getting himself into open space and got a good look at the basket, just doesn't drop.
Logan Stutz inbounds it. 3-3 in the opening minute of play here at the Atlas Tube Center in Lakeshore. Brett Hedges and Kobe K on the call for Knockstrom.tv. Thank you for joining us wherever you are. Stutz pump fakes, drives to the left, and he's blocked by Flen Whitfield, who came over to help Tyrone Dixon.
A great defense there by the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans. Taking a page out of the Express's book, who had 12 blocks in Game 1.
Wow. Led the league in blocks throughout the regular season. Flen Whitfield at the three-point line, jab fake at the elbow, connects, silky smooth.
Dribble works for Leonard Whitfield. Great offense there by the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans, certainly in terms of ball rotation, which helped find some open space for a good shot.
Duncan gets loose from Umapig, crosses the timeline. We'll go into the half-court set. Stutz is going to set a screen. Duncan was looking to take advantage, but a foul is going to be called away from the basketball.
And right out of the gate, I can tell you I'm going to love the matchup between Duncan and Umapig. Umapig playing great on-ball defense. He looks like a solid defender. Darren Duncan will likely do the same thing, so that's going to be a fun one to watch.
Umapig had 11 points and 10 assists in Game 1 for the double-double. Ward steps into a 3-ball. Off the heel. Oh, he gets it to drop.
Yeah.
Gets the friendly roll at the Atlas Tube Center. He keeps the three-point shooting hot.
Hands down, one of the most deadly three-point shooters in the league.
Juan Patillo creates the turnover, drives. Can't get it to fall. Logan Stutz. No, Juan Patillo with the rebound. Gets his own opportunity once again. That's blocked. Wow, what a great job regrouping defensively by KW. Open bucket there. Nothing easy. And a hold is going to be called down low on Warren Ward as Tyrone Dixon was trying to post up down low.
Despite Windsor having a high percentage shot there at the basket, it's the poise and control of the Kitchener-Waterloo Titan defense who are able to hold it down under the basket, get some key blocks, and stop Windsor from scoring.
A couple of blocks already for the Titans. Flen Whitfield on the inbound. He seals off Juan Patillo and scores for 2.
Great communication there by the Titans, who get an easy deuce under the basket.
Flen Whitfield had 31 points in Game 1. And Duncan takes some contact, puts up the shot, draws the foul, and go to the free throw line.
And that's something Darren Duncan does night in and night out. His ability to penetrate the lane, draw contact, get to the free throw line, and get some easy points.
Ed Horton will check in for number 5, Adam Blazik of the KW Titans.
So,
pardon me, no, Isaiah Umapek checks out.
3 triples attempted, 3 triples made.
Pretty exciting basketball to start it off here in Lakeshore, a neighboring community of Windsor. Beautiful facility.
Also 3 blocks by the Titans, so some great defense to start this one.
Quick up the floor comes the Titans. Adam Blazik drives baseline, takes a bump from Warren Ward, and he's going to draw the foul. That's 2 quick ones on Ward.
Yeah, and that's something Windsor's going to have to watch, because Warren Ward is a very, very important player, not just from the three-point line, although we know that's of ultra importance and a strength of his. 2 quick fouls, he'll have to take a seat.
Ward led the Express in scoring in Game 1 with 24 points on 6 of 8 shooting from three-point line.
And he opened the game 1-1 from downtown, so I'm sure he's itching to get back in.
Dixon, double pumps down low, disrupted by Stutz, I believe, and he misses. Going the other way, here come the Express, up 8-7 in the first quarter. Duncan for 3. It's good.
And Logan Stutz doing some great work in the high pick and roll out near the three-point line to help create some space for Duncan, who drains the triple.
And you know, when the KW defense drops off that screen, it will lead to an open 3 from either Stutz or Duncan. There's the drive from Horton. That's off the glass. Shaq Keith, one-man transition. Here he goes. And he draws the foul. Tyrone Dixon on his way back. Didn't have his feet set apparently, and he will be charged with the block.
And that's exactly why you gotta love Shaquille Keith's game. He can secure the defensive rebound, break out into transition on his own, kick out to the open man, or take it to the rack. Either make it or draw the foul, but it's great offense either way.
In his second professional season, Shaquille Keith started off the year with the Cape Breton Highlanders, registered over 16 points a game, then was traded for Clinton Springer Williams, and has helped this team a lot, filling in that number 3-4 role that was absent by Quinnell Brown.
And you can tell how much more comfortable he's gotten with each game out.
That goes off the foot of Flenn Whitfield, but goes back to Sutherland. He drives around the contact, nothing doing. Juan Patillo cleans it.
Great take, just rims out.
Stutz sets another high screen for Duncan. Bennett is going to drive baseline, and he's going to draw a foul on Blazik. The block. And that's a good battle on defensive guards there. Two good three-pointing shooting guards, pardon me. Adam Blazik and Tony Bennett. They D each other up. It was a fun matchup in Game 1.
Yeah, the defensive matchups in the backcourt today look like they're going to be a lot of fun to watch, Brett.
Patillo on the inbound. Fakes the handoff to Duncan. Looks to Bennett. Bennett looks towards his baseline. Elbow. Patillo will settle for the jumper. Can't get it to fall, and that's tracked down by Blazik.
Logan Stutz not making life easy on the Titans.
Blazik with a screen. Out to Whitfield. He pump fakes. Opening. Euro step off glass, and that's good. Flynn Whitfield. Ooh, baby.
Whitfield sucked Stutz out to the three-point line, faked the shot, and able to hit it at the rack. So, great offensive play there by Whitfield.
And that's a moving screen set by Juan Patillo. And it will go the other way. See him push the shoulder out at the last moment there. Didn't stay within his framework. And it will go the other way. 13-9, the Windsor Express leads. 7:34 left in the first quarter. Hello, folks. Thanks for tuning in on Nocturne.tv on Sunday afternoon. I know we've got some Atlantic Division action going on as well. So best of luck to the Halifax Hurricanes and Moncton Miracles today. Horton taps the top of his head looking for a screen, but he calls it off. Battling with Stutz one-on-one off glass. Juan Patillo smacks it off the glass with the block. Duncan to Patillo off glass. Logan with the rebound. Kicks it out to Bennett for 3. No, Juan Patillo with the rebound. That's ripped away by Ed Horton. Put that ball down by his hip, and Ed Horton ripped it away. That's going to be a jump ball.
Patillo very active around the basket on both sides of the glass. We've seen the shot get blocked. He can absolutely do everything. He and Logan Stutz, Brett, are so fantastic together on the court because they're both great off the ball and they're active big men. They can get out there and run, and that helps the offense and the movement so much.
4 rebounds already for Juan Patillo midway through the first quarter. Darren Duncan right now with the leading point getter for Windsor with 8.
And that's 2 for 2 from downtown.
And Bennett they are going to call a goaltend on that basket. Tony Bennett at the rack got free on the inbounds play. Nice set design there for the open 2.
Both of these teams, some finely tuned offensive plays and sets. We've seen some great passing, ready to compete this afternoon.
That was called the goaltending. I believe. Gonna have a quick shot reset. Ed Horton being defended by Darren Duncan. 2 savvy veteran guards that have a lot of NBO Canada experience.
And we talked about Leonard Whitfield in game 1 with the 31 points. He has started off the afternoon hot, 3 of 3 from the field.
A whole lot to handle down low. Horton surveys, gives it over to Sutherland. Gets pushed off the 3-point line. Dixon shows, swings it around, going down low to Horton. He's battling with Bennett, and he scores.
Horton, great back to the basketball there. Able to finish over top of Tony Bennett.
15-11, Windsor leads. Patillo at the elbow. Duncan gets free. Finds wide open Patillo for 2.
Beautiful communication there between Duncan and Juan Patillo. Easy money.
Just took a little patience. Opened him up for the easy 2. Now KW whipping the ball around, and there's Blazik for an open jumper on the baseline.
And a bucket that the Titans needed, I believe. Adam Blazik comes up big from the corner on the right side.
He didn't knock down a shot until the end of the third quarter in game 1. Maybe it'll lead to more offense from Blazik in game 2. Duncan evades the defender and knocks down the jumper.
Great finish at the rim, and again, Logan Stutz with the high pick and roll there. High screen, pardon me.
And Sutherland will commit the travel there. Good double team by the Windsor Express to cause the steps.
And if you're Darren Duncan, you got to absolutely love having Logan Stutz, an active big at the top of the perimeter, setting those screens and openings. It's just got to be awesome for a point guard to play with these kinds of bigs.
Opening timeout of the first quarter. Windsor up 19-13. We're going to take a step aside here on Knoxroom.tv. When we return, more Windsor Express action here from the Atlas Tube Center. Hello, folks. Welcome back to the timeout. Out of the timeout here, Windsor up 19-13. Pretty even shooting early on here in the first quarter, midway through, 19-13.
Yeah, the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans, 6 of 11 from the field for 54%, so a fantastic percentage there. The Express 6 of 13 for 46%, but both teams battling in a great game so far.
5:30 to go here in the first. Darren Duncan and Ed Horton battling. Down the low block, it's Logan Stutz. Coming over late was Adam Wing, and he had to commit the foul.
You better believe that was a set play drawn up and designed by Coach Bill Jones in the team huddle just prior to the inbound.
I will say that both coaches here, Serge Langas and Coach Bill Jones, put their players in a great position to score coming out of timeouts. I got to say, two of the best in the league to do it.
Absolutely, and these improvements that the Express have seen on the offensive end have been magnificent, and a lot of it, like I said, had to do with player personnel and them filling out these roles and guys finding themselves, and it's happened.
Blazik off the glass and good for two. Got around the defenders and scores.
Shows some patience, pulled up and used the backboard. Easy money for Adam Blazik, who takes one there for the team.
Yeah, Tony Bennett will commit the offensive foul.
So that's veteran stuff right there. Adam Blazik able to score into the basket, then comes back down on the other side on the defensive end and sets Tony Bennett up for the charge.
And now two more subs going to check into the contest. Wally Ellenson and Maurice Jones checking in. Maurice Jones set a league record in assists over a regular season with 320, beating the man in the backcourt that joins him, Darren Duncan, who back in 2012-2013 had 319.
Jones had a whole bunch of minutes to work with at the start of the season, but then was fantastic off the bench when Duncan got back, so he's been doing it all year.
Horton down low for Flynn. Horton for three. That's off the mark and rebounded by Ellenson with a good block out on Adam Wing. Jones attacks at the elbow, and it's good.
Gotta love the mid-range game of Maurice Jones, and that energy coming off the bench, showing off so far.
Going down low to Flynn Whitfield to start this possession. On the bounce, finds a wide open Ed Horton for two.
And Ed Horton keeps finding himself open looks and space to shoot.
Right now it's 22-17 in favor of the Windsor Express. Just over 4:20 to go here in the first quarter. Jones gets some space, drives, kicks it out. Logan fakes the handoff, loses it, and here comes Blazik for the other way. Horton blocked by Wally Ellenson, but they're going to call it on the way down. They're going to call contact on the way down from Wally Ellenson.
And credit Adam Blazik for a great defensive play, stealing the basketball and then making the right play in transition. So we're seeing the impact of Adam Blazik so far in this game.
DeAndre Thomas checks into the game. Wally Ellenson goes to the backcourt. Ed Horton at the line for two. Oh, and he misses. Looking back at some of the stats from KW on Friday, they shot 19 of 25 from the free throw line. And Windsor was 23 of 32.
Both teams over 70%. I thought the shooting was rather good on both sides.
Horton misses both with just over 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Bennett looking down low for DeAndre Thomas, the Dre train. Battling Flynn Whitfield, turns those shoulders. Couldn't get it to go. Up the floor is Flynn, kicks it out to Blazik, who knocked over 100 threes this year, and there's another.
Adam Blazik is firing on all cylinders right now. DeAndre's missed shot creates the opportunity for the Titans to get out in transition. Adam Blazik hits the corner three.
7 points for Blazik already. Here's Jones to respond, and he does.
Time and time again. Pulls up and drains it from the three-point line.
AJ Davis on the bounce, goes A to B and scores, then knocks away the inbound there.
Right place, right time for number 10 Davis, who was able to get an easy 2 points, but not without a whole bunch of effort. This Kitchener-Waterloo team has showed up to play today. There is a lot of energy on this building on both sides.
Blazik and Whitfield check out. 25-22, Windsor leads.
Blazik 3 of 4 from the field, 7 points, and several key defensive plays.
Bennett backtracks, looking down low. Cavell Johnson just checked in, so they swing the ball around to Jones. Jones working around the two defenders at the elbow, launches the floater, gets his own offensive rebound, goes up and puts it short off the rim, but it will be Windsor ball.
Maurice Jones, a lot of effort there. Uses the crossover to create some space, gets his own offensive board. Can't get it to drop, but Windsor will retain possession.
It was a slow first quarter in terms of shooting for the Windsor Express in game one, getting used to the new facilities and whatnot. It was they spotted KW a 10-0 lead before making a charge in the second.
+3 here on the scoreboard, so they'll work with it.
Ellenson gives it over to Jones. Back to Ellenson on the baseline for two, and one. Wally for two.
Great dump-off pass there to create a high percentage shot for Wally Ellenson, who cans it and will get to the free throw line to get a three-point play the old way.
A couple of lefties connecting with their left hands on passes there, getting each other open, and Wally Ellenson for the and one. Recently just celebrated a birthday.
And he's a guy that's really stepped up this year when the Express have needed him to. No matter the role, the game, the quarter. Great defense there. DeAndre comes over with the help.
Callis for three. That's off the rim, and Juan Patillo skyscrapes that rebound.
And that right there, folks, is why Juan Patillo averaged over 10 rebounds per game.
Wally Ellenson gets pushed off the three-point line, but gives it back to Jones. They're going to go up the high post to DeAndre. Pump face. Off the glass, and one. The Dre Train hits it, and one. DeAndre Thomas.
Yeah, uses a little pump fake to create some space, and that was no easy make for number two.
Went around the defender, Cavell Johnson, and the helper to convert that basket. They're up 30-22 with a free throw coming.
All kinds of contact, all kinds of hands, but DeAndre Thomas able to get it to drop.
DeAndre converts, so Windsor up 9 points, 31-22 with 2:15 to play in the first.
And the Express 7 of 8 from the free throw line.
And back-to-back and ones. Energizing this crowd and the Express bench. Kalist.
Good defense there by DeAndre.
Cavell Johnson is going to be called. Oh, DeAndre too close in on Cavell Johnson, going to be called for a hand check. DeAndre Thomas called for his first foul. Kalist finds Wing in the corner. He pump fakes. Had that ball poked away by Shaq Keith. But they'll say no foul. They'll say it's just all ball. And it will be KW possession.
Looked like Shaq Keith got his hand in there clean and able to disrupt either the pass or shot, whatever was coming from Wing.
Adam Wing had double digits in game one, 11 points. And DeAndre Thomas getting around on Cavell Johnson, knocking that ball away. So 11 seconds to shoot on this possession for KW.
And the Express making life difficult with active hands in the lane and eating up some of the shot clock. Good stout team defense.
Horton and Bennett separated before the play. There's Kalist. Runs it to DeAndre Thomas, and it's going to be knocked off of DeAndre on by the basketball.
And we see some daps there between Jones and Thomas, who read that to perfection. Great individual defense by both Express players, and there will be a timeout on the court.
Timeout, KW. Windsor up 31-22. With a strong first quarter, 1:44 to go. We're going to come back with some stats and facts from the first quarter here on Knockstrom.tv. We'll be back at the Atlas Tube Center in just a moment. Coming back out of the timeout here, the Windsor Express up 31-22 over the KW Titans on Knockstrom.tv. Kobe K, what did the stats say so far to you in this game?
Well, the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans are shooting 55.56% from the field to 10-18. The Express 10-20 for 50%. But Windsor with several different contributors, 9 different players scoring for Windsor. So a concerted team effort. Coach Bill Jones going deep into his bench to start this one early, and it's paid off.
A wall formation formed by the KW Titans. They open in the corner. Horton for three. Off the mark. A good look out of the timeout from Coach Serge Langus. And a double foul going to be called against Tony Bennett and Horton? No, I believe just the foul against Ed Horton. That's Ed Horton's first. So that will put the KW Titans in bonus. Windsor will shoot the rest of the quarter, 134 on each subsequent foul.
The Express 7 of 8 for 87.5%. And Bennett will keep things going, and the Express hot from the charity stripe.
Number of notable Windsorites in attendance today. CTV anchor Jim Crichton sitting courtside today.
Tony Bennett cans the second.
Of course, Commissioner Magley in the house. Ed Horton gets away from the Express defense. Stops at the elbow, kicks it out to Cavell for three. That's off. Going the other way, it's Shaq Keith. DeAndre, pump fake, off the glass and good.
The freight train DeAndre Thomas using his body to create some space.
Had to get
at the rim.
Ooh, Ed Horton with a nice drive there. Jones saves it, but he was out of bounds. Got to appreciate the ability for DeAndre to gather off that pass from Shaq Keith. A little bit behind him, but he gathers, pumps it up, and goes off glass for two.
Cavell Johnson almost picked that ball off,
I
to
agree.
be honest with you. But DeAndre was able to come up with another tough 2 points.
Police for three, and it's good. Get him on the board for a triple.
The Titans needed that triple, that's for sure. 3 of 8 from downtown, but we know they're deadly from 3-point range.
35 points Windsor scored so far in the first quarter. 1 minute to go here. Bennett finds Shaq. That will be on the pass, as he was looking for DeAndre Thomas on the opposite block, so that will be a baseline possession for the Express. Foul will be assessed to AJ, but it's in bonus, so Shaq Keith will head to the line. Pardon me.
And a great roll to the basket by Shaq Keith. He was able to create some offense and now gets to the free throw line.
Shaq Keith knocks down his first free throw. I came here to practice on Thursday before game 1. I noted it when everyone else was taking breaks during practice, whenever they're taking a few shots or taking a drink, it was Shaq Keith who was sitting at the free throw line. And I have to say, I was watching him, and he must have knocked down 15, 16 within a few minute break there. So he's been working on that, and his shooting percentage this year has shown it.
Absolutely. His entire game has gotten better each time he's been on the floor for the Express. More and more comfortable in this system with a lot of new faces from who he played with last year. Same coach, same system, and he's becoming that ultra-talented and efficient player that we seen last year. Super versatile.
AJ Davis loses it. Jones for three, connects.
With confidence from the top of the perimeter, Maurice Jones.
41st quarter points for the Express.
Extending the lead to 15 with 16 seconds left in the first frame.
Horton defended by Maurice Jones. Gets a screen from Cavell. Finds Wing in the corner. He drives. Finds a cutting Cavell. No, he's got 2 seconds. Tony's going to launch it. And that's going to be off the mark. A fantastic first quarter play from the Windsor Express. And listen to this crowd.
When you score 40 out of the gate, you know you started things off the right way.
We're going to take a short break. When we return, second quarter action on Knockstrom.tv. It's game 2 between Windsor and the KW Titans. Welcome back, folks. Second quarter action just moments away. A fantastic first quarter play by the Windsor Express, led by double-digit efforts by Darren Duncan. He had 10 points and 2 rebounds, 3 assists in the first.
And like I said, Brett, 9 different players scoring. So it was the whole team getting it done. Virtually every player has scored a bucket, minus Giroux and Moffat, who haven't even seen a minute. So that's how a hot start for the Express.
And Umapig starts off the second quarter with a long 2, had his foot on the line, so that will just be a 2-point shot.
And Windsor 5 of 7 from downtown, or 71% from beyond the arc.
Jones off the mark. He had 8 first quarter points as well. Maurice Jones coming off the bench.
The KW Titans played well, Brett. There was low turnovers. They were efficient from the field, 52%, 44% from downtown. It was just the offense of the Windsor Express and sort of these runs that they would go on. The Kitchener-Waterloo Titans had trouble containing.
Cavell Johnson will be called for a moving screen. Turning the ball over to the Express. Maurice Jones on the bounce. Tony Bennett looking for a high screen. At the elbow, he rises. Had a good line, just a little too strong. AJ Davis hands it over to Umapig, who led the team with a double-double last night, 11 points, 10 assists. Tyrone Dixon around the Express defense. The big man doing some work down low, and he'll draw the contact. Go to the free throw line, Tyrone Dixon, former Humber Hawk.
Yeah. Running a little high screen and roll with Umapig, and able to find himself under the basket for his second attempt, and now at the free throw line. So like I said, I've really been impressed with the offense from both sides, despite the Express's lead here. Due to their efficiency, the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans did play great basketball through the first quarter.
DeAndre Thomas will take a seat. Warren Ward will check in, and Shaq Keith will just slide over to the 4 spot. Logan Stutz will take over the 5. Tyrone Dixon at the free throw line. Missed the first free throw. Dixon joined the KW Titans around the midpoint of the year. A strong Canadian talent that they can build on moving forward. Number 34. Strong young man with a lot of skill.
Strong three-point shooter. Warren Ward is back, so keep your eye on number 10.
Ward on the baseline finds Stutz in the middle of the key for 2.
Great pass there by Warren Ward, finding an open Logan Stutz, making an easy 2-point basket in the painted area.
Logan Stutz sheds the goggles and scores from the middle of the paint. A little bit of a new look for Logan, and that one goes off the foot of KW Titan, and it will be Windsor ball. 42-28 Windsor Express lead, and here comes lead scorer Flynn Whitfield to help the KW Titans battle out of this deficit.
Yeah. 6 early points, Brett, but he also had 6 assists. Bernard Whitfield really making an impact in all areas for the Titans.
Tony Bennett driving off glass. Oh, just missed timing his jump was Logan Stutz. And you could tell the confidence of this group grew when Flynn Whitfield came to be a great team player. We've seen him in this league a number of years, and he helped this expansion franchise a lot.
Oh, there's no doubt about it that they're here where they are, large in part because of him.
Stutz with the steal. And here come the Express. Warren Ward. A Canadian on Canadian there. 2 London natives. And he connects for 2.
Warren Ward just drills the long 2, but it's the handles prior to the shot, shaking off the defender with the multiple crossovers. Highlight reel stuff right there, Mr. Audley Stevenson.
Kalist steps into a 3, off the mark, rebounded. No, that's Tyrone Dixon, but it's knocked loose. There's going to be a foul on the floor. It's going to be against Ward, and that will be his 3rd.
And we've seen the impact he made upon entering the game, Brett, and like you said, now 3 fouls, and that's something that everybody needs to watch.
It was Logan Stutz that tried to assess himself with that foul, but it was awarded to Warren Ward. That's 3 quick fouls for him. You can see the disappointment on his face. Just getting into it offensively, it seems.
We've seen the impact right when he got back on the floor, but it's next man up as the Titans nailed the three-point shot.
Big three-point shot by Jason Kalist. Makes it 44-31.
It was Kalist's second triple on the afternoon.
And a foul going to be called on Kalist, not giving Tony Bennett much space. A tight screen set by Logan Stutz there, and Kalist just tried to battle through, but it's called for the foul.
Express 5 of 8 from downtown for 62%, so the three ball, big impact in this game.
Shaq Keith works his way down low, can't get it to fall, loose ball, and Kalist knocks it up, and Shaq Keith commits the foul down low.
And sort of bodied from Bernard Whitfield in the paint, able to use that shoulder to create separation for a good shot at the basket.
Not too many guys in the league that can shoulder Glenn Whitfield.
Yeah, Shaq Keith is a beast. He's extremely strong.
And you see them matching up on the defensive side of the floor now. Umapeg at the three-point line, connects for three.
Beautiful. Some hesitation, some patience, the pull-up triple by Umapeg. I'm really impressed with his game so far, Brett, this afternoon. And certainly the on-ball defense, which has also been fantastic.
2 triples and a long 2 for Umapeg. And an offensive foul going to be called on Jones. And Tyrone Dixon takes the tumble there, gets the call, and we'll go the other way.
And the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans trimming the deficit. Now the lead down to 10. I believe it was 15 when we closed the first quarter. So they've come out guns a-blazing and swinging and to start the second quarter.
In the fourth quarter, they were down by as many as 21 points before storming back and making it a one-point contest.
You know what? That's exactly it. They're scrappy, they're tough, and they're durable. And that's why they got themselves into the postseason.
Umapeg. Kalist at the top of the key, gets a screen, turns it over. Juan Patillo's got his hands on it. And a foul is going to be called on Darren Duncan. He was on top of Jason Kalist grabbing that basketball, so we're right on top of it. I could see it.
Yeah. Unfortunate turn of events there on that possession, as it appeared that Juan Patillo had loosened the ball up and the Express were going to come up with it.
Glenn Whitfield finds Isaiah Umapeg, and he's going to travel once he got that basketball. Logan Stutz right there for the defense.
Yep, hands-up defense there by the big man Logan Stutz, and a great call by the referee.
10-point game, 44-34. Kitchener-Waterloo making a charge.
They're outscoring the Express 9-4 in the second frame, so it's been a good quarter for the Titans.
Bennett on the roll. Juan Patillo catches and shoots off the glass, no good.
That's a shot typically we'll see Juan Patillo make.
Morrow gives it over to Tyrone Dixon. Can't get it to fall.
Multiple white and red jerseys in the paint there, making life difficult for Dixon, unable to finish the layup.
Three Canadians on the floor for KW right now. Duncan gets a high screen, and Kalist will pick that pass off, but there's going to be a block on the drive. No, they're going to call a charge on Darren Duncan, pardon me. So Darren Duncan picks up another foul. That will be his second.
And now we got to start watching the fouls here for the Windsor Express. I believe it was Kalist slid over and planted his feet and did a good job drawing the offensive foul, but the Express with the ball.
There's a turnover. And a block going to be on Glenn Whitfield after he commits the turnover.
But he stopped an easy 2 points for the Windsor Express, and it looked like Juan Patillo felt that one, went crashing into the deck.
Could have went either way. Glenn Whitfield was right there, Juan Patillo right there. He's the slow one to get up. Patillo, number 1, started all 27 games for the Windsor Express that he played in.
A little bit of a tough start from the field here. Brett 1 of 6, but he does have 7 boards and an assist, and typically shoots the ball up around 50%, so expect him to start converting at a much higher rate.
Maurice Jones will take a seat, and Wally Ellenson will step out.
And Jones, 3 of 6, Brett, from the field, 2 of 3 from downtown, 8 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds off the bench for Windsor.
Clearing out there now, Patillo will reshoot knocks down the first. Shot at 68% during the regular season. Juan Patillo.
That's his first free throw of the night. Makes it. And cans the second. So despite hitting the deck pretty hard, Juan Patillo comes up with 2 points for the Express.
He was 4 for 6 from the free throw line in game 1. Goes 2 for 2 there. Morrow goes down low to Whitfield. Going to work. Flynn Whitfield against Logan Stutz. Moves those shoulders up and under. Oh, nearly got it to go.
Whitfield got Stutz to bite on the fake, but unable to finish.
I think it was the Juan Patillo coming over who might have disrupted that shot. Duncan kicks it up to Stutz for 3. That's off the mark. Great rebound by Morrow there.
Yeah, and great bounce pass to Umapig.
For 3, Umapig. There he goes. And you can tell he's feeling it a bit now.
Absolutely. The defensive rebound and bounce pass over to the guard on the right side set all of that up. Umapig shoots the triple with confidence and makes it.
Duncan for 3 to respond.
Speaking about confidence, Darren Duncan answers back for the Windsor Express.
13 points for Duncan now, and a foul is going to be called on Stutz as he went to try and break up that pass away from Flynn Whitfield. That'll be his first. 6:24 left in the second quarter. Windsor up 49-37, but it's 7-3 in terms of fouls, Kobe. So now KW will shoot for the rest of the quarter.
And that's, these are free throws that they absolutely have to make to chip away at this thing, and could be a huge X factor down the stretch.
Flynn Whitfield at the line. In game 1, he was 6 of 8 from the free throw line.
And the KW Titans with 9 turnovers. The turnovers were very low in the first game as he makes the second. But here they want to get a hold of that, Brett, because going into the second half, they want to protect the basketball.
Flynn Whitfield splits the pair. Windsor up by 11, and a foul on the perimeter I believe that will be assessed to KW. Wait for to see who that foul was assessed against. That will be number 33, Flynn Whitfield.
And this Express team really worked hard in practice, Brett, on the transition game, and all 5 of these players right now on the floor can get out and run.
Duncan with a screen. Gets open, can't get it to fall on the jumper. Wing in transition. Steps into a jumper for 2. That's off the mark and chased down by Darren Duncan.
Logan Stutz gets a hand in the face.
Wally's open for 3. And it's good.
Your point guard there, Darren Duncan, finds the open man, Wally Ellenson, with a little dump-off pass. He makes the triple.
Wally Ellenson did not score in game 1, but he did have some big defensive rebounds and a few blocks. There he's getting 6 points here in the first half. As Umapig looks to respond, can't knock down the jumper.
The Express 7 of 11 from downtown.
Stutz, they're going to call a travel on Logan Stutz. Shuffled his feet before he put the ball on the floor apparently, and it will be KW ball.
The Express's 7th turnover. The Kitchener-Waterloo Titans with just 3 points off turnover, so they want to make the most of any mistakes that Windsor makes if they want to get back in this thing definitively.
Timeout called by the KW Titans. It's 52-38 in favor of the Windsor Express. 5:30 left here in the second quarter. When we return, more Windsor Express basketball on Knockstrom.tv. folks, welcome back. It's out of the timeout here in the second quarter. Out in the Atlantic Division right now, the Halifax Hurricanes own a 20-point lead over the Moncton Miracles, looking to go 2-0 in that series.
And they really controlled that season series all season long, speaking of the Halifax Hurricanes. So Moncton definitely has their work cut out for them, but really scrappy, Brett, right down to the final game to punch their ticket into the playoffs. So we got to give the Miracles some love for showing some serious fight.
Absolutely. Coach Paul McKeskey leading that group to the playoffs, needing a couple big wins over the Cape Breton Highlanders to cement their spot in the playoffs. Now in this matchup, we've got the Express up 14 against the scrappy KW Titans. Isaiah Umapig's had a good first half. He gives it to the high post to Cavell Johnson. Blazing at the three-point line. He enters the contest. Takes a bump on the drive, no call. And here come the Express. Juan Patillo with the rebound. Bennett, fake the shot. Duncan finds an opening and scores for two.
Duncan takes it all the way to the rack with the left hand.
Isaiah Umapig for three. And Duncan rebounds.
First missed triple of the afternoon for Umapig.
There's Duncan, pump fakes. Gets it back from the corner from Ellenson. High screen set by Patillo. Wally's open in the corner for three. Oh, just mistiming his jump was Logan Stutz. And here come the KW Titans.
Good offense there by the Express. Just doesn't fall. Wally Ellenson ends up with a good look.
Calise with a step back jumper. Oh, just off the rim.
Pretty step back by number 11, but rims out. Ellenson open in the corner again.
Patillo with Wing defending him. Patillo has the ball poked away by Adam Wing. Great job to get back defensively and make a play.
It looked like Patillo had him beat, but Wing is able to reach around with his right hand, not commit a foul, and disrupt the play.
And Maurice Jones will check into the game for Wally Ellenson.
8 points, 3 assists, 2 boards, a motor and spark plug off the bench. The point guard will inbound the basketball.
Wally Ellenson takes a break after scoring 6 points, 1 rebound, and 1 assist here in the first half. Bennett in the low post against Isaiah Umapig. Hook shot is short, but he gets his own rebound off glass. That second shot is short. And they turn it over. Third time's a charm for Tony Bennett, and he scores.
Yeah, and credit Logan Stutz for picking off the pass and able to find an open Tony Bennett who was under the basket.
DeAndre Thomas looking to check into this contest. Umapig finds Wing in the corner. Stutz closed out the shooter, but Wing cans the open three.
Umapig looked to be penetrating the lane, dribbling the basketball, but had Wing wide open on the left corner. He's able to make the three.
Shaq Keith on the wing. Logan Stutz battling down low to get some position on Adam Wing. Nothing doing.
Stutz with a bit of a size advantage there, I believe.
And Logan Stutz is going to get the arm up in the face against Adam Wing. And he will be called for the foul.
Battling down low, a lot of passion coming out within these players.
Battled 7 times during the regular season. Tight game on Friday.
Yeah. The Kitchener-Waterloo Titans are absolutely in this thing, and they know it.
A lot of heart and hustle. So we're waiting to see what the official ruling is. I believe we might get an intentional on Logan Stutz. He's already taken a seat on the bench. Or whether it was just an offensive foul on Logan Stutz. And then they're going to call a foul on the push by Sutherland. I believe that is the situation.
DeAndre Thomas starts the game. 2 of 3 from the field, 5 points. If he's back in this thing, he'll be leaned on, as we know what Stutz can do on the basketball court. But that's kind of the beauty of having all of these front court players for the Express.
Serge Langus having a conversation with the official, trying to get some explanation on the previous call. Shaq Keith misses the free throw, so 1 more to go.
And his first missed free throw, he was 4 of 4 prior to that shot.
Gets it to to go, so he splits the pair. Windsor up by 16, they'll have possession.
Titans had cut it to 10, I believe, but back up to 16, so the Express making a real push here in the second quarter. Scoring notched up at 16 apiece in the second frame.
Jones. Patillo at the elbow, crossing over on wing. Screens for Jones. Good job getting over the screen by Horton, but launches is Jones for three.
Unbelievable. Ed Horton in his face, and with confidence, Maurice Jones drains another three.
Yeah, Ed Horton stayed with him the entire way. Sutherland kicks it out, and that's stolen by Patillo. He walks the tightrope on the sidelines. Finds Shaq Keith. Oh, geez. Maurice Jones saves it from going out of bounds, but he goes to the rack for two.
The human highlight reel. Maurice Jones hustling to get back on defense.
And then there's going to be a cross-court pass and a turnover.
That was all number 11, Maurice Jones, getting it done for Windsor.
And listen to this crowd. They're loving the effort from their club in the first half. Up 62-41.
The motor on this man is unbelievable.
Played all 40 regular season games alongside his teammate Warren Ward. Set a new league record in assists in a season.
Just creates so much chaos. Is DeAndre able to catch the air ball and finish at the rim?
I guess give Maurice Jones the hockey assist on that one. Tony Bennett the primary assist. But Johnny on the spot, DeAndre Thomas. Here's Blazek attacking. Comes up short, no call.
Tough take for Adam Blazek.
Bennett's open for three, finds Juan Patillo down low, and Adam Wing commits the foul.
It's communication right now for Windsor, Brett, that is just on. You see great passing, team play, 15 assists, timeout on the floor.
23-point lead for the Windsor Express, 1:44 left in the first half. Serge Langus and the KW Titans looking for some answers heading into halftime. We'll be right back on Windsor Express versus KW Titans on Knockstrom.tv. Back out of the timeout, 1:44 left in the first half between the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans and the Windsor Express. Windsor currently up 64-41 at the Atlas Tube Center in Game 2. Now it's time for the KW Titans to respond a little bit here.
Yeah, and I think one thing I've neglected to mention is how good Windsor's been on the glass. 25 team rebounds, so they're a +10 there. 7 of those offensive, a +5 there. So the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans really got to rebound the basketball and not give up any O boards to the Windsor Express.
We can see that the bench scoring seems to be heavily in Windsor's favor as well.
Yeah, like we said, there was at least 9 different players that scored for Windsor early on. Cavell Johnson comes up with the ball.
And here he goes, Ed Horton on the other way, and committing the foul is Wally Ellenson. Right to grab their teammate Ed Horton is the KW Titans, rightfully so. A little slow to get up, but Ed is a gamer, and he's up and ready to go.
And also, Brett, the points off turnovers have been good for Windsor. 14 to the KW Titans 3.
Windsor scored 27 points off turnovers in Game 1 and led to a slim victory.
And when you're shooting the ball well and you've made 8 triples and you're scoring points off turnovers, that's why you have 40-point first quarters.
And the story of the Windsor Express regular season is that their first quarter was not very good.
Yeah, it's all come full circle with player personnel, communication, guys being comfortable, finding their roles. It all sort of came together at just the right time for Coach Bill Jones. Lots of work left to be done. I don't want to talk like this thing's remotely close to over.
Absolutely not.
But I am saying that based on the play that we've seen at the end of the season and to start this playoffs, they're in a good spot.
Absolutely. Horton to the free throw line for a pair. Looking to help his team get back into this contest.
Kitchener-Waterloo, 3 of 8 from the free throw line, so that's something they'll look to improve on in the second half.
Allenson goes down low to Wampatillo, D'd up by Adam Wing. He's been playing strong all game. There he goes with another steal. Ooh, Adam Wing gonna get called for the foul. I thought he had all clean ball there. So Wing will be assessed the foul. So Wampatillo will head to the free throw line because we're in bonus. 1:22 left in the first half.
Wing, 3 points, 2 assists.
And
pardon me, 2 fouls, 1 assist, but he's had a decent game in terms of spacing and running the floor, defense. I think number 15 has played some good basketball this afternoon.
And all season long, he's been a great player for Coach Serge Langus, among a number of players who've been here all season long. Cavell Johnson, Adam Wing, Adam Blazik, Tremar Sutherland, Greg Morrow. A number of these players have been here all season long.
And the lead ballooning up to 24 for the Windsor Express with a $1:20 left in the second.
KW looking for some points here to end the first half.
So a win this afternoon for Windsor would guarantee, in worst case scenario, it comes back here.
Cavell for 3, a big shot for the KW Titans. Big shot.
And they've been good from the 3-point line too, Brett. 8 of 15 for over 50%.
66-45, Windsor leads. Alley-oop! Oh no, Wampatillo can't convert.
Titans looking to close this quarter out strong.
Here he goes. Umapig off the mark. DeAndre Thomas with a big rebound.
A little too much on that one for Umapig.
38 seconds to go here in the frame. Allenson will cross court and hand it over to Jones. 30 seconds to go here in first half.
7 on the shot clock.
Shaq Keith with a screen gets Maurice Jones open, but he can't connect. Adam Blazik up the floor. Last shot, Coach Langus is saying.
It would be a great note to end on if Kitchener could score here and close it out.
And Horton goes off glass, and 1, count the basket and the foul. Big shot from Ed Horton.
Yeah. And the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans, the play prior in terms of when they scored was a 3-ball. So if they make this, it's 6 quick points, and that's how you get back in a game that you're down by 20 plus, that's for sure.
Absolutely. 66-47 now. Ed Horton to the line for 1 additional free throw with 5 seconds to go. So Windsor does have a little bit of time to respond, but a good possession and execution by KW.
Absolutely, and it shows the heart and hustle and the fight in this team. Easy to start to get mentally defeated when you're down by 20 plus. That lead has been cut down as Horton makes the free throw.
So DeAndre will inbound. And he turns it over. Blazik for 3. And Dixon looking for a foul at the end of the second quarter. Not going to get it.
But I gotta like the way that the Titans closed that quarter. All fight.
I would have to agree with you now. Up 66-48. Listen to this crowd.
They're loving it here at the Atlas Tube Center.
We're going to go down courtside shortly for a quick chat with Justin Prince and Aaron Sanders to recap the first half with some stats and facts. Colby Kay and myself will join you for the beginning of the third quarter here at the Atlas Tube Center. Windsor up 66-48, looking to go up 2-0 in this first round NBO Canada Central Division semifinals. We'll be back here on Knoxroom.tv after halftime.
Express have an 18-point edge over the KW Titans, 66-48 as we reach the intermission. And we welcome you to the Knox-Ship halftime down here courtside. And so far, JP, it's been the battle of the guards. Isaiah Umapek for the KW Titans really keeping things together for them. And on the other hand, it's been Darren Duncan ever since the start.
Yes, it has been a very much guard-focused game. You mentioned Umapek, for example. He's got 12 points along with his 3 assists. And he was one of the mainstays from last Friday's game when he had 10 assists along with double-digit points. You mentioned Darren Duncan. His regular season high was 20 points. He's got 15, and he had 18 in the last playoff game for a reason. He is stepping up. Maurice Jones on fire, just about 5 of 9 shooting for him for 13 points. Both of them really stepping it up, shooting.
Very interesting how this game is going. Windsor Express almost got a little scared of themselves when Juan Patillo went down real hard. He was trying to collect a foul or either going for a posterization dunk, but then again, luckily for the Windsor Express, he's still up and running because the man's half rubber.
Yes, that is a good thing, that's for sure. I know there was a lot of players worried and fans worried when that happened, of course. It was almost a charge, in fact, but at the same time, he got the 2 free throws. But they really need him, especially for this series, and they have needed him throughout this game. He's the only rebounder in double digits with 10 rebounds, along with his 6 points. So they're going to need him throughout, not just today, throughout the entirety of the playoffs to keep things going.
And despite the trail that KW has right now, you got to admire what wise choice selections both teams are doing. KW, they're trying to get inside the basket, but they keep on getting outnumbered by the front court of Windsor. Juan Patillo and DeAndre Thomas, for one, being a crucial presence so far.
Yes, both of them definitely crucial presences. Like I mentioned with the rebounding, there's also been a lot of and ones and a lot of offensive rebounds. DeAndre Thomas helping along with that 7 offensive rebounds for the Windsor Express to just 3 for Kitchener-Waterloo. They're making themselves known on the offensive and defensive ends tonight. And it's looking like they're doing a good job at just doing exactly that.
There it is. We have 2 other games going on right now. We go over the game 2 between the Miracles and the Hurricanes. And at one point, JP, in the third quarter, the Hurricanes were outscoring the Miracles 33-7. Miracles hit double digits, but they're still trailing by double digits at the present time.
Yes, that is just getting an absolutely ugly game overall. Looking at the scores of that one. Coming into this one, Moncton lost, of course, game 1 to Halifax, and in game 2, it's unfortunately the same story if you're a Miracles fan. Just absolutely a dominant performance from Halifax. They're just about done there. If I'm Moncton, though, you have to make a ton of adjustments somehow, whatever you can do to try and light a spark, or else you're absolutely done for the playoffs.
Something has to be done before they head everything back to the Moncton Coliseum Wednesday, so hopefully they can come back from it, but right now they're looking at a 0-2 window, which does not look well in their favor. Things almost wrapping up in the island, in the Eastlink Center rather. Riptide looking to tie this series up and force a Game 5.
Yes, they are close to doing that. In fact, a minute 17 away, 187 Riptide right now. Of course, there was a couple suspensions prior to this game, if you notice. 2 for the Island Storm, 1 for St. John. That's playing a major factor, I think, into this one because the Island Storm are down to 8 men with the 2 suspensions today. And Norman has not played, so 7 active players tonight for the Island Storm out on the East Coast. And that has really hurt them, especially since St. John has been continuously playing well and getting their baskets. Overall, 9 three-pointers, along with their 43% shooting, 44% rather, and a lot of stepping up. 21 points each from Mency as well as Freeman. Gabe Freeman dominating, Anthony Anderson 17. A lot of players stepping up for St. John. And right now, Terry Thomas trying to put the Island Storm on his back, but it's just not working out with that 28 points, especially with just a minute to go.
The storyline 24 hours ago was this. Both clubs played a tough game that ended up in overtime to the Island Storm's favor, 130-123. St. John Riptide, they knew the advantage, all was lost for them when it came to that department, but now they're really firing up, clicking on all cylinders. Despite the suspensions for just this game, they have what it takes to go over the limit, and once again, a big candidate for to represent the Atlantic Division in the NBLC Finals.
Yes, St. John needed to get this win regardless because, of course, the Island Storm had the advantage coming into today's game with the series, and now they're set for a Game 5. They needed this for the momentum. The Island Storm had taken the momentum away from them in the previous 2 games. Now, St. John's got a bit of momentum going back onto their home court for a Game 5, a crucial Game 5 at that. It's going to be fun to see how these two match up with a chance for the Atlantic Finals on the line.
And it's pretty interesting how the schedule is set out. This is their second of a back-to-back games. They played 1 and 2 on Wednesday and Thursday. They played Game 3 yesterday, and they're playing Game 4 today. So you gotta expect a lot of time to recover, especially if they're going to the limit, because that's what the story looks like right now. Back here at the Atlas Tube Center, let's talk about the second half. Serge Langis, there's got to be a lot to be done, especially when it comes to boxing out and getting those rebounds, because that might be key for the KW to come back.
Yes, right now, KW needs to get rebounds somehow, because right now they are being out-rebounded by 9 if you look at it. Dixon is just their leading rebound with 7. Right now, they got to get the rebounds on both ends of the floor, defensive and offensive, because that is hurting them big time. Right now, it's those offensive rebounds. As well as some of their shooting decisions. They've been getting some good baskets, but it's been some of them have been missing. Other ones have been what the heck kind of shots. They got to make some smart decisions, try and get some more open shots, and get those shots to, of course, go in. Have the offense go through Isaiah Umapig, for example, because that worked yesterday, Friday, pardon me. Give it a bit to Fennar Woodfield a bit more, because even though he shot 11 for 22 in that Game 1 loss, that was helping them keep into it. So try and get him to step it up a bit more out of that locker room as well.
Windsor Express, we've seen a lot from Darren Duncan in the early goings, but I see a lot of adrenaline and attitude coming from Shaq Keith, especially near the final 2 minutes. He's limited on points, but I think he could be the spark and the straw that could stir this Windsor Express to a great, emphatic, and emotional victory.
Yes, you got to keep the emotions in check. You mentioned with the emotional victory chances right there, because it was a bit emotional for him and Warren Ward with some of the calls, but with that, you got to keep yourself in this game. You got to keep yourself focused, especially since if you're out of this game for fouls and whatnot, your team's in trouble. Warren Ward's in foul trouble with 3 fouls, so he's got to stay out of foul trouble in this second half. They got to keep producing with the 3-pointers, and they got to keep going with their guards. Maurice Jones having one of his best shooting performances of the season right now. You got to have him keep going. Darren Duncan, you got to keep going. He's continuing to have a great playoff season. The Little Generals stepping it up in the second season. And on top of that, you have to keep up with the rebounds. You have to get somebody more than Will Patillo, though, because after him, you just got 4 rebounds from Darren Duncan, who's your second most rebounder. You got to get more rebounds if you're Logan Stutz or DeAndre Thomas, who have 3 respectively.
Okay, 66-48. The Express with the lead. They look to go into Kitchener with a 2-0 lead, but all cannot be fully decided until the next 24 minutes tell the tale. Enjoy the second half. Brett and Kobe on the call again. We'll see you folks at the Notcham postgame. You know where and when, but now we step aside for this commercial timeout. You're watching the Windsor Express on Notcham.tv.
All right, folks, welcome back here. A few moments left in halftime. The Windsor Express hold a comfortable 66-48 lead. But if you think that Coach Bill Jones is comfortable at all, I think you're thinking wrong here. We know that this guy knows if Game 1 is any indication that the KW Titans can make a big comeback.
Absolutely, lots of time left in the lead, once at 26. You know, they've obviously cut that down. And the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans did a great job closing out the second quarter with some effort, some gas, some heart, some hustle, despite there being a big margin in the scoring through the first 2 quarters. The second quarter was much more competitive. The Express were a +3 in terms of the team scoring 26-23. So it's really that strong opening frame for Windsor that really helped them to maintain this lead. And we talked about the backcourt, Brett, in the pregame, and they were dynamic. Maurice Jones, 5 of 9 from the field, 3 of 5 from downtown, 13 points, 3 assists, 2 boards. And Darren Duncan, 5 of 7 from the field, 3 of 3 from downtown, 2 of 2 from the line, 15 points, 4 assists, 4 boards.
And of course, 10 rebounds from Juan Patillo. So I believe there may have been a technical foul assessed before halftime. And that's why Warren Ward will start the third quarter with a free throw, but he misses.
And I seen a young fan downstairs with a Warren Ward autographed jersey on, rocking that. Ward picked up 3 quick fouls, but we've seen some of his offensive output and efficiency in limited minutes with the 3-pointer, and then a beautiful 2-point long 2 off the shake and bake.
And we talked about the 3-point ball a little bit in the pregame. Both teams shooting the 3-ball very well in the first half.
Yeah, Windsor 53% at 8 of 15, but like you said, Juan Patillo missing there. The Titans 8 of 17 for 47%, so pay attention to that.
And their lead scorer, Isaiah Umapig, moves the ball up the floor to Flenn Whitfield. Gets Patillo, and Dixon will put his hand on the rebound but knock it out of bounds.
And good fight there from the Titans to secure the defensive rebound, unable to. Like you had mentioned, Juan Patillo with the 10 boards, but the Express a +9 on the glass and a +4 on the O glass. 27 total rebounds to 18.
Darren Duncan, Logan Stutz, Warren Ward, Juan Patillo, and Shaquille Keith on the floor for Windsor. Adam Blazek, Tremar Sutherland, Tyrone Dixon, Flenn Whitfield, and Isaiah Umapig for KW.
It's a good 5 for the Titans in terms of scoring the basketball. Juan Patillo, high arcing, 2-point shot, 7-8 feet out.
And responding is Isaiah Umapig.
And he has been dynamic from the 3-point line, 4 of 7 now with 15 points.
Windsor up the floor is Darren Duncan crossing over to his right, steps on the gas, leaves it for Stutz at the 3-point line for 3, off the heel.
Tough pass for Darren Duncan too. They're able to find a teammate way out on the top of the perimeter.
Blazek hands off to Dixon, and Stutz has to step up and commits the foul. So that will be number 3 on Logan Stutz, pardon me. Foul number 3. Something to be mindful of moving forward.
Blazek doing a good job helping to sell that foul, but it will be a foul nevertheless for the big man Logan Stutz, and like you said, Brett, something to pay attention to.
Whitfield off the glass, no good, gets his own offensive rebound, falls to the floor, and knocks it off of a Express player, so it goes out of bounds.
And great defense there in the paint by Juan Patillo and company, the Express. In terms of the paint scoring in the first half, a +4, 18-14.
Great job by Flenn Whitfield to not travel after falling to the seat of his pants. Isaiah Umapig pulls the ball out, gonna go down low to Flenn Whitfield, defended by Juan. Moves those shoulders, goes off glass, and gets it to curl off the board, and touches the ball through after the basket, and we'll get a bench warning.
Yeah, gave the ball a little pop, some passion coming out. Whitfield able to finish back to the basket against Juan Patillo, who's defended him well. Boy, is Flenn Whitfield dangerous. 9 points, 6 assists, 3 boards so far.
Yeah, great passing out of the post for Flenn Whitfield.
And he's really the key right here for this team, I believe, in the second half. They're going to win this game.
Duncan in the middle of the key, kicks it over to Juan. Another drop in the cup, and he's got a double-double.
Elbow jumper from the right side for Juan Patillo, who's starting to feel it from the field.
Umapig finds Dixon down low for 2.
Umapig creating some space, some good dribbling, passing there. This Titan offense working well, shooting almost 45% from the field.
Keith changes direction off glass. And that went off the glass. They're looking to see if it was a possible goaltending. But Shaq Keith will go to the free throw line. That foul is going to go against number 34, Tyrone Dixon.
Some bodies crashing to the floor. Boy, are these guys all fighting and playing tough this afternoon. Hey, you can tell it is the playoffs, folks.
Absolutely. KW does not want to go down 2-0 heading into Game 3 at the Odd on Wednesday.
Absolutely not. They would have put themselves in a position in a worst-case scenario to be eliminated. Shaq Keith makes another free throw. 6 of 7 from the free throw line now with 6 points.
Shaq Keith ties up his shoe and will line up the second free throw. And he gets it to go.
And like you said, Brett, great point earlier, improved free throw shooting from Shaquille Keith.
And three-point shooting as well this year. He shot nearly 48%. Blazik playing give and go with Whitfield. That ball is poked away.
Defense by Warren Ward.
Here come the Express. Juan Patillo collects the ball behind the KW defense. Nice job there to regroup and poke that ball away. And what a play just by Juan to get that basketball.
Yeah, he was looking for Warren Ward in the corner, but the Titans able to get a hand in the lane there, and Express will have to inbound.
Duncan leaves it for Stutz at the elbow, and it's good.
Easy money on the free throw line. Little jump shot by Logan Stutz, showing off some versatility when he can shoot from 3 feet out right to the three-point line. That's a dangerous big right there.
Umapig to respond, and he does. Isaiah Umapig is feeling it today.
Talk about dangerous from the three-point line. His 5th triple, 18 points for number 7, Isaiah Umapig.
Down low to Logan Stutz. And that one is going to be a foul going to be called against Tyrone Dixon for holding. Logan Stutz the victim of that foul, so we're going to have a baseline possession underneath KW's net.
Great movement. Stutz, Patillo, Duncan. Boy, is that a great trio.
That passes
it over.
That passes out with the hands of Logan Stutz, and Sutherland collects. Back to Sutherland. Driving baseline. Off glass and good for 2. Beautiful drive and finish.
Stutz came over with the help defense, but Sutherland a little better at the basket, able to finish off glass.
And that's his first basket of the game. Good to see him going offensively for KW.
The lead cut to 14.
Ward to his right, stops at the three-point line, cannot get it to fall, and Sutherland rebounds it.
And the Titans will push.
Back out to Blazik. Umapig's got the hand. Crosses over, rises, and scores. Beautiful. Isaiah Umapig.
Finding space with the dribble and able to hit the 2. Umapig's field goal or shooting percentage today fantastic. He has been dynamic.
Duncan finds Patillo on the roll. Jab fake, rises and scores. That mid-range game we've seen all year on full display here early on. Isaiah Umapig gets around the defense and scores off glass.
A one-man show right now, 8 of 11 from the field, 5 of 7 from downtown, 22 points. Isaiah Umapig single-handedly keeping his team in this.
Duncan finds a wide-open Juan Patillo who goes off glass, can't score, but gets the offensive rebounds. Steps into another jumper, and Stutz will rebound that, go off glass, and good for 2. Third time's a charm.
Yep. So the Express will increase the lead to 14, but these Titans are pushing, boy.
And Sutherland back-to-back buckets for him. Sutherland not afraid.
And the Titans certainly aren't playing like the Express have a 12-point lead here.
A lot of basketball to go.
Yep.
Tyrone Dixon comes over and knocks that play.
Spotting the alley-oop.
And Flynn Whitfield loses it. But they're going to say it's off of Warren Ward, so it will be KW ball.
And great defense there by the Titans, who spotted the alley-oop headed towards Juan Patillo, who is rising above the rim at the basket. And that's great defense. You can't let Juan Patillo hit an alley-oop like that. The roof will come off this place, and the momentum is completely stolen.
Maurice Jones checks in for Darren Duncan after the first 5.5 minutes of the third. Blazik in the corner. Quick pass to Flenn Whitfield in the low post. That ball is poked away by Shaq Keith. Adam Wing poked it over to Sutherland for 3. Miss.
And a nice defensive rebound there by Warren Ward. Dumps off to Maurice Jones. Sets things up at the top.
Jones at the elbow. Finds Stutz. He's open for 3. Oh, off the mark.
Titans a +6 in terms of points here in the third quarter. They're pushing.
Adam Blazik at the free throw line, gives it over to Flenn. Crossing over on Patillo, goes baseline. They're going to call a foul on Juan Patillo.
So the Titans come out in the third frame, Brett, scoring 18 points to Windsor's 12.
In the first 6 minutes.
I think that's significant, given the lead at halftime and how scrappy this team is. So there are absolutely no quitting the KW Titans, that's for sure.
Coach Jones has called timeout for the Windsor Express. Midway through the third quarter, they're still up by a dozen, but the KW Titans are on a roll. We're going to take a short break. When we return, more Windsor Express basketball on Knockstrom.tv. Both teams heading back to the floor after the timeout called by Bill Jones of the Windsor Express. 5:49 left here in the third quarter. And a great start to the third quarter for the KW Titans. Already 20 points, nearly 20 points in this quarter already.
Yeah, they've come out with a lot of heart and hustle and been professional to the start of this third, and it's shown on the scoreboard.
Adam Wing loses it, and Logan Stutz pokes it free. Maurice Jones gets it.
They don't want to give up any turnovers.
Jones will settle it down. Coming out of the timeout, the Windsor Express get a turnover on defense, now looking to maximize their offensive opportunity.
We're at 16 points off turnovers.
Down low to Logan Stutz, turns those shoulders. They're going to call a foul on the floor.
Basket will not count.
Logan Stutz went to his left, where Adam Wing was. If he had taken a drop step, it would have been right close to the basket. But when you're on the block and you got a split second to make a decision.
And the Express still have an opportunity to score some points off that turnover, as they will maintain possession. Tony Bennett will inbound the ball.
Tony Bennett checking in for Shaq Keith out of the timeout. Ward at the three-point line, pushed off by Sutherland, so they're going to go one-on-one. They're going to clear out for Ward.
To the rack. And finishes strong with the left hand.
Such a tough matchup. 6'6", can shoot the three ball and drives like that.
Yeah, and you gotta wonder if you're gonna pull up and shoot the two in your face, because it's a high percentage shot for him. So the fact that he took it to the rim there just shows off more of the versatility that we talk about.
Whitfield dribbles it out of bounds on that low post move, so it's to be a turnover. Jones. It's a high screen from Patillo. Tony Bennett finds Patillo on the baseline. Rise and shoot. Rebounded by Logan Stutz.
10 offensive rebounds for Windsor.
Oh, Tony Bennett had himself a drive, but it went off the hands of Juan Patillo, say the officials, and it will go the other way. Bennett had some space there. And DeAndre Thomas will check into the contest.
KW Titans a 20-team assist to Windsor's 19. Everybody in this arena and everyone watching on the live stream are getting to watch some great ball facilitation and passing between both teams, and that carried over from game 1.
Absolutely. DeAndre Thomas checks in for Stutz. Both players have 7 points down low for the Express. Blazik off the glass and good for 2. Good strong drive left-handed from Adam Blazik.
Yeah, I think he is doing a good job with the matchup against Tony Bennett, considering how good of an on-ball defender he is. Jones drains it from the right elbow. Pulls up and cans it for Windsor.
82-68, Windsor's 14-point lead is back. Whitfield on the bounce against DeAndre off the glass and good, counted in the basket. And one, baby.
And what a difficult finish there for Fernard Whitfield, who is moving away from the basket. To use some English on that thing.
Absolutely.
But really a testament to the high basketball IQ of number 33, who gets himself to the free throw line for a potential 3-point play.
Whitfield looking for his 10th point of the game. He had 31, a game-high 31 in game 1.
31, and he was great on the glass as well.
11 rebounds. And Flynn Whitfield makes it a 11-point game after that and one.
Look at this lead dwindling for Windsor.
At one point is up as many as 23. DeAndre Thomas down low, battling Flynn Whitfield, and a foul going to be called on Adam Wing. Came from behind, made contact with the wrist and hand.
Yeah, I thought it was up to 26 at one point, if I'm mistaken. Pardon me, but regardless of the number, what an effort for the KW Titans.
DeAndre Thomas back to the free throw line. In Friday's game 1, DeAndre had 4 points, 1 block, 1 assist, and 2 rebounds. But is the defensive work he has been doing against Flynn Whitfield and Tyrone Dixon that's not on the scoreboard, but is highly appreciated by this Windsor Express squad.
Well, 3 of 4 from the field this afternoon, too, so there's definitely some efficiency there. And I think, to your point, absolutely playing great on both sides of the ball as he makes both free throws.
The only member of the Windsor Express to have won both of their team championships. That's on the roster now.
Really finding himself this year in terms of the role. Maurice Jones picks it off.
There you go. Tony Bennett. Jones saves it from going out of bounds. Tried to knock down the 3 ball. Here come the Titans. Kalist with 3.5 to go in the third quarter. This guy can knock down some shots. Splits the defense and draws the foul. Yep. Good defense, good double team by the Windsor Express, but just a better job of splitting that double team by Jason Kalist than drawing the foul.
And that's all you can really do when you have that much defensive pressure against you. So good job by Kalist, like you said, able to use his body, create that foul, and DeAndre will pick up another.
And when you're a guard, you're told to try and break through the double team. So a great job by Kalist, taking a step back and just pushing his way through, drawing the foul. Kalist swings it over to Horton.
Maurice Jones looking for the offensive foul, nothing happening.
Horton, with Tony Bennett all over him, misses the 3 ball.
More with another board.
3 minutes to go here in the third. Jones with a high screen. And they're going to call an offensive foul on DeAndre Thomas.
So that's 2 quick fouls for number 2, DeAndre Thomas. 4 in total.
Dixon went down, the call was made, and the KW Titans will have a chance to make it a 10-point game. They're down by 13 currently.
DeAndre sits down with 9 points, 3 boards, 3 or 4 from the field.
And unfortunately, at times, he does get himself into foul trouble. He's in the hardest part of the game. He's playing down low, playing usually against some of their players' best offensive players.
Tony Bennett, no call there.
And Kalist will draw the 3-point shot on the foul from Maurice Jones.
So a good chance here for the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans to slow things down, try to make some free throws, but they got to be better from the line, Brett. 5 of 10 for 50%. That's something that's got to improve throughout the rest of this game.
Cavell Johnson will check in for Flen Whitfield. Flen has 12 points for the KW Titans on 5 of 8 shooting. So Khalees will go to the free throw line. Connects on the first. 7 points now for Khalees. Knocks down the second, so one more to go here, and he can make it a 10-point game. Darren Duncan will check back into the contest.
This place sure does get loud when that free throw goes up for the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans.
Khalees and Maurice Jones will check out of the contest.
That's a big 3 points for the Titans.
Couldn't agree more.
Really slowed things down, cut the lead to 10. Forcing Windsor to pick up fouls.
We spoke about the character of this KW squad. They're gritty, they're tough, and they don't give up. As Ed Horton will be called for the push on the drive by Tony Bennett. So Tony Bennett now will draw Kitchener's 5th foul of the Q. So 2:33 to go in the third. Windsor up 84-74. Windsor will inbound from the baseline. That ball is poked away by Cavell Johnson. And it will be Express ball. 9 seconds to shoot on this possession. It'll be a sideline ball right by the Kunar Physiotherapy and Booster Juice A frames. Patillo.
He likes the matchup.
Crosses over. Second opportunity. And a traveling violation going to be assessed.
Unfortunately, he missed the shot and the ball just ended up back in his hands. It's just kind of where it fell.
Khalees quickly up the floor for Kitchener. They can smell blood in the water. And an offensive foul going to be called against Khalees.
And it couldn't have come at a better time for the Windsor Express. And really need a bucket here with 2:10 left in the third. Still up by 10, but momentum is an important thing we got to watch in this game.
Especially moving into the fourth quarter. And we know these shooters are going to be hot. You know KW is going to be looking.
The Titans have won the third quarter thus far when looking points. Duncan finishing at the rack on the right side.
Found a soft spot in the defense and goes off glass for 2.
And that's something he does all too well. Finds a hole in the seam and finishes at the rim.
1:45 in the third. Cavell Johnson with a quick turnaround jumper, rebounded by Shaq Keith.
Great quick release on the turnaround by Cavell Johnson, doesn't fall.
And Shaq Keith down low, blocked by Dixon. What a play.
And great defense by the Titans.
Horton the other way for 2. Oh, and he gets robbed by the rim.
Fights for that ball, and it's loose.
AJ Davis comes up with it. And he goes off glass and good for 2, AJ Davis.
Davis looked to pass and then realized he had to just take a step, and he was at the rim.
A little bit of pressure being put on by KW. 10-point game once again. 1 minute to go here in the third. Patillo with a high screen. Shaq Keith in the corner. Unfortunately, cannot convert the 3 ball there. And with 50 seconds to go in the third, KW will have ball.
They have 26 points to Windsor's 20 when looking at the third quarter, and just under 50 seconds left to close out a good third frame.
Horton.
Maybe cut it to single digits going into the fourth.
That's got to be the mindset, I'd have to agree. Horton. 2, Dixon, can't convert inside. Dixon's got it again. Off the glass and good.
Great post-to-post pass, but then Dixon with the second chance opportunity there makes it count at the rim.
So Patillo will inbound. The clock is running. 13 seconds to go.
Windsor's got to push if they want to get a good shot here.
9-point lead. 5 to shoot. Duncan on the bounce will draw the foul on Khalees. So 3.7 to shoot now.
Yeah, great patience and leadership there shown by Darren Duncan. as it was a bit of an illusion. It almost looked like they needed to push a little more, and Darren Duncan proves me wrong as he shows that patience, takes it to the rim, as we've seen him do time and time again, and get himself to the free throw line.
Darren Duncan 6 of 8 from the field today, 3 of 3 from three-point land. Converts that free throw there. He's now got a team-high 18 points.
And more importantly, the Windsor Express 21 of 24 from the free throw line, Brett, for up around 87%. And Duncan will miss the second, but still great free throw shooting.
The heave. Oh! And he made it.
No!
Ed Horton just made a shot from three-quarter court, and he gets the KW Titans within 7.
He had the Windsor Express fans cheering after that one.
Hey, got to give credit where credit's due.
Unbelievable. The fight in this team. The lead cut to 7. What a way to close out the third quarter.
Couldn't have said it better myself. When we return, more fourth quarter action here on Windsor Express versus KW here in the NBO Canada semifinals. We'll be back here on Knoxstrom.tv. We're just a few moments away from fourth quarter action between the Windsor Express and the KW Titans. What a game that has came across here. They corrected the score for those of you at home. It's now 87-81 in favor of the Windsor Express. But what a fantastic third quarter by the KW Titans, getting themselves right back into this now. Now it's a dogfight.
Yeah, plus 12 in terms of the points in the third quarter, 33-21. But more importantly, when looking at the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans' overall performance here, Brett, 50% from the field, 52% from long, 11-21, and they've really closed the gap in terms of the boards. Windsor a +7, a +10 for most of the game, so much better on the glass there. And the bench scoring is been reduced to a +6 for Windsor, 36-30, and now the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans controlling the points in the paint.
87-81, Windsor leads. He's got 12 minutes to go here in game two. Windsor looking to go up 2 games to 0. KW looking to tie this series up at 1. So AJ Davis going to be called for a foul on the opening possession of the fourth quarter. So we're going to have sideline possession on the far side of the floor. Thank you for all of our fans watching on Knoxstrom.tv. Welcome to the Atlas Tube Center in Lakeshore, Ontario, the host venue for rounds 1 and 2 of the NBO Canada playoffs for the Windsor Express. Shaq Keith. Spin. Up fake. Gives it over to Juan. Juan goes one-on-one. Finds Shaq Keith. Off glass and good for 2, but off the glass, but he will shoot 2 after the foul from Cavell Johnson.
Great pass there from Juan Patillo, finding or cutting Shaquille Keith. And the free throw line is not a place that the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans want to continue to put Windsor. 25 attempts through the first 3 quarters, Brett, for 84%. They've hit 21. So this is somewhere they've continued to have success throughout this game.
Shaq Keith at the line. Knocks it down. And we always talk about, Kobe, when we enter the fourth quarter, it's always about free throws and limiting turnovers. For your team, if you want to maintain a lead, don't turn the ball over. Make sure you knock down any free throws. And
Shaq Keith does exactly that, making both.
And Warren Ward will pick up a foul on A.J. Davis on the ensuing possession. So that's going to be 4 on Warren.
So we got 4 on DeAndre, 4 on Ward,
And that's
4
about
on Maurice Jones.
Yep,
So we
correct.
need to definitely watch the foul situation moving forward.
Cavell on the baseline, knocks down the 2.
Juan Patillo gives it to him, and Cavell Johnson makes him pay.
Police D's up on Darren Duncan. Warren Ward gets a screen from Patillo, gives it to Patillo. He gathers, crosses over, step back, off the mark.
Well defended by Cavell Johnson.
Horton, who made that 3 at the end of the third quarter, will drive and draw the foul and go to the free throw line.
Talk about an exciting end to the third quarter. Ed Horton, number 3. And that was his first triple. He was 0 of 3 from downtown. That was obviously not a 3-point attempt, but what a shot.
More like a
Throws
4-point attempt.
Throws up to Hail Mary, and it connects. 11 points on the afternoon. Ed Horton's been really, really good.
Off the glass and good. In his first game with the KW Titans, he led their team with 30 points and has been a big part of the success of the club this year. So 89-84 now with a minute into the fourth.
And the potential here to cut the lead to just 4 points. Unbelievable effort here from the Titans.
And he connects on both, and some pressure being put on in the front court.
Absolutely, the Titans have come to this game energized, but the Windsor Express, a lot of fight in this team, and they've got a quarter here to prove they're the better squad.
Duncan at the three-point line, connects.
Patillo creates some space, Darren Duncan, wide open look, and he makes it count.
I believe 4 for 4 for Darren Duncan today from the three-point line. Horton misses down low, the second opportunity, no call. Duncan to a driving Shaq Keith, finds Bennett for 3. That's off the heel.
A long triple for Tony Bennett.
A.J. Davis to Ed Horton. Does he got another one in him? But he chases down his own offensive rebound, knocked off of Horton by Shaq Keith, and it will be Windsor ball. Good effort showed by both sides of the floor there. Ed Horton grabbing his own offensive rebound, but good defensive awareness by Keith.
Yeah, you've got Logan Stutz, Shaq Keith, and Juan Patillo on the floor. All 3 guys can get out and run and work with Darren Duncan, who is manning things from the point guard position.
3 double-digit scores on each side. Duncan, alley-oop.
There it is.
And that's the play that we talked about.
Juan Patillo comes up, sets the screen, rolls to the bucket. Darren Duncan with the oop, and it goes down.
Tony Bennett going to play some hard-nosed defense after that bucket.
And Windsor really needed that, Brett, as a confidence motivator. Get the crowd in this thing, take back some of the momentum, slow the Titans down. Exciting highlight reel play for the Express.
94-85 now after that alley-oop finish from Juan Patillo.
Ellenson fighting to get around the screen to get back to defend.
Calist
Blocked.
Juan Patillo challenged him, but KW gets the ball back. A.J. Davis drives, spins, kicks. Johnson for 3. Ooh, baby.
Penetrates the lane, finds the open man on the perimeter, who is Cavell Johnson, wide open from the three-point line, makes it count.
And gets it back to within 6 points. 9:15 to go here in the fourth. 94-88. Bennett will move the ball up the floor for Windsor to avoid the 8-second count. Quickly up the floor. Dishes it back out to Duncan. He's got a game-high 21 points for the Express.
Finishes a great pass to Juan Patillo.
Nearly fell out of bounds there, and Patillo with a baseline jumper. And a rebound's going to be called on the floor. Good effort from Wally Ellenson there, down low. And I believe it will be A.J. Davis commits the foul.
Battle of the glass today has been a lot of fun to watch, Brett. Windsor with 36 team rebounds, Kitchener-Waterloo Titans with 32. So really, Kitchener really closing that gap, doing a much better job on the glass.
That foul is A.J. Davis's. That will be his 4th. Bennett gets free in the corner, rises and shoots. That's off. Davis with the rebound. Quickly up the floor. But Juan Patillo steals it.
Great defense there from number 1.
He hands it off to his point guard,
who has 8 assists on the afternoon.
Duncan.
21 and 8 for number 12.
And he draws a foul on Tyrone Dixon. Hey, if you've got Tyrone Dixon, if you're Darren Duncan, you got to take him to the hole.
He knows.
It's a bit of a mismatch.
Yeah, absolutely. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he's able to draw that foul 9 times out of 10.
A.J. Davis checks out. Adam Blazek will check in. We're going to have a timeout here on the floor. 8:22 left in the fourth quarter. Windsor up 94-88 in Game 2 of the NBO Canada Central Division semis to the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans and the Windsor Express. We'll be back with more fourth quarter action on Knockstrom.tv after this break. Coming out of the timeout, the Windsor Express hold a 94-88 lead over the KW Titans. An exciting basketball game that's seen a lot of ups and downs. The Windsor Express went up by as many as 20 plus points. Now it's within 6 thanks to the tenacity and the grittiness of the KW Titans. Leading the way for the KW Titans has been their point guard, Isaiah Umapig today, who's been great from the three-point line. And now with Adam Blazek checking into this game, you might see a lot of 3 balls for KW.
Well, why not when you're 12 to 23 for 52%, but the fourth quarter scoring, 7 points for each team, so a dogfight.
Duncan has got his team leading 21 points.
And the 8 helpers and 4 boards. He's really getting it done everywhere.
Looking down low, Wally Ellenson drives, kicks to Stutz. He puts the shot up, and he's going to get fouled by Adam Blazek. Right near the end of the shot clock there, as you see the 0 above the rim there.
Yeah, Stutz was hollering for that ball. Takes a step out around the free throw line, and that's a great 2-point attempt for him, able to draw the foul, get himself to the line.
Shot it immediately as it hit his hands, and that's when he was able to draw the foul.
He's an excellent free throw shooter for a big man.
Last year's league MVP, Logan Stutz. Second leading scorer in the league, second leading rebounder.
You lose Nick Evans, and then you gain Logan Stutz. I mean, there's a commitment to win here in Windsor, that is for sure.
Calist gets a high screen from Johnson. He's going to...
Yeah. Wally Ellenson getting trampled on.
And they're going to say that the 3 ball from Calist counted.
Looked like Bernard Whitfield had toppled over Wally Ellenson, but that likely will not be the call on the floor.
So the 3-pointer will be good. Wally Ellenson will get a foul. I don't think the fans here at the Atlas Tube Center like it.
No.
So Ellenson will check out. Shat Keith will check back in.
These are the roadblocks in the spots that Windsor's got to fight through to win this game.
I agree. Caliste, defended by Shat Keith. Not giving him any room.
Tightly defended.
Backing him up.
Listen, on ball D right here, folks. Pay attention, young basketball fans.
Switches off. Patillo's got Caliste now. Swings it over to Cavell Johnson. 6 to shoot. Caliste for 3. It's off the mark.
And Patillo with a hand in the face. Good defense on the 3-point attempt there.
7:23 3 to go. Windsor up 5, 96-91. High
Holding
screen.
on to this lead.
Patillo sets the high screen. Duncan gets around the defender. Cross-court pass to Patillo. He gets it off. And they're going to say that was a shot clock violation. That long release from Patillo didn't help him in that possession.
Yeah, it was a bit of a dangerous cross-court pass from Stutz, but Patillo was able to come up with the ball. Didn't have a lot of time. Closely defended. You got to give the Titans credit there for some stellar defense.
Umapig directing traffic for the Titans. Kalist. And a foul going to be called down low. I believe that one's going to be on Flynn Whitfield for the illegal screen.
That's his third foul, third personal.
A tough spot to take a foul, but lots of basketball to play here. 6.5 to go.
Whitfield, 12 points, 6 assists, 3 boards, 5-8 from the field.
Duncan. High screen from Patillo. He flashes to the baseline. Patillo, he finds Stutz down low. He had his choice there. Pick him between his big man in the corner and Stutz on the low block.
And that's what I've been talking about all game long. Like, Darren Duncan absolutely has to love having these two big men to work with, because you think he's going to hit Patillo in stride, and then Stutz just cuts to the basket and able to get a shot off and himself to the free throw line.
That was a tough shot, too. Twice Logan Stutz has
gotten
off tough shots.
He
knocks down that free throw.
Virtually had no time to shoot, and the ball very well could have been stolen. He's able to get a handle on it and get a field goal attempt up.
So Maurice Jones goes to the scorer's table.
I like the substitution here, bringing in Maurice Jones at this point with 6 and change left.
In the fourth quarter of game 1, it was Jones and Duncan that were in the backcourt the entire time for the fourth quarter. So
they both have big playability on the offensive end.
Kalist settles.
Shaq Keith ain't playing on the defensive end right now, let me tell you that. But Kalist, great ball handler.
Flynn Whitfield gets away. Umapig in the corner. High arching shot, no good. Juan Patillo with another rebound. Quick up the floors. Stutz.
Oh, what a pass.
And they draw the foul.
Logan Stutz, unbelievable.
They're going to
able to find his teammate.
They're going to call goaltending on that because the block was smacked off the backboard, I believe.
Crowd doesn't like it, but those are the rules. But nevertheless, great read by Logan Stutz.
And at a big time for the Express, too. They crack 100 points midway through the fourth quarter. They now lead by 9. Umapig driving, leaving it for Cavell off the glass and good for 2.
Yeah, Logan Stutz hands up defense there. Wasn't able to get any elevation off the floor, but Cavell Johnson finishes like a true professional that he is.
8 assists for Umapig tonight. Jones at the elbow. Off glass.
There it is.
Count the basket and the foul. And 1. Maurice Jones getting it done at the rack when they needed him the most.
3 personal fouls now on Umapig, 22.7 assists. We know he's been really good. But like I talked about, Brett, Maurice Jones, the motor for this team, is able to come off the bench and make things happen.
And all he needed is a step. All he needed was a step on Umapig there, and he converts. 103-93, even 10-point lead for Windsor. 5.5 to go here at the Atlas Tube Center.
Every basket hard fought.
And a reach-in foul going to be called on 1. Disrupted Adam Blazek's path to the basket.
Well, will be 4 personal fouls on number 1, Juan Patillo.
No Gernard Giroux on the Windsor Express bench tonight, so he's not an option they can go to. And Flynn Whitfield rises and shoots the 3. Nice job by Kalist to keep it alive. Flynn Whitfield gives it to Kalist. Back to Umapig. He drives. Puts off glass and good.
Yeah, that all started with an offensive rebound, some great passing, and a phenomenal finish by Umapig at the rim with the floater.
Just over 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter on Knockstrom.tv. Thanks for tuning in, folks. It's the NBL playoffs. Stutz for 3.
That's the trailer, but can't convert on the triple.
Cavell for 3.
Wide open.
And that's a big shot for the KW Titans, who get it within 5.
Yeah, and you kind of knew it was going in the moment it left his hands, or at least I did anyway. Great floor spacing, wide open Cavell Johnson. Big time three-point shot right there.
Jones finds the gap. Reverse.
Finishes.
What a take.
How he is able to get his body to the other side of the basket is unbelievable. It's a up and under and finishes with the right hand.
Kalist. And that will stay with KW after the defense from Windsor knocks it out of bounds. Kalist looking for a call.
Maurice Jones with 2 huge back-to-back plays for the Windsor offense. We're clinging on to this lead.
4:17 to go in the 4th. Umapig gets loose down low and scores.
Great turnaround little hook shot, one hand. Umapig, phenomenal afternoon offensively.
Jones kicks it for Stutz. Big 3 coming. No. And here's a chance for the KW Titans. Kalist for 3 to answer. Ooh.
Big defensive rebound there for number 3.
And you can feel the momentum you can feel the momentum. It's hanging in the balance here. Which team wants to take it? We're going to find out shortly.
Yeah. Neither team can give up any offensive rebounds or any turnovers.
Jones finds a cutting
Beautiful.
one. Patillo for the two-handed slam.
Jones splits the defense with a nice low bounce pass, and there's a timeout on the floor. Windsor with a huge 2 points.
A humongous slam from Juan Patillo on the dish from Maurice Jones gives him a 7-point lead. Let's take a look right here.
We see Maurice Jones, Juan Patillo cutting on the baseline. Low bounce pass to the ground and a beautiful finish. That's been done in practice right there, I can tell you that.
We're going to take a step aside here. 3:35 to go here in the 4th quarter. We're going to be right back after this break on Knockstrom.tv. To go here. We're coming out of the timeout. A nice ruckus crowd here at the Atlas Tube Center in Lakeshore, Ontario. And if you're the KW Titans, you got to stay focused, and obviously this is a lead that you can come back from.
Absolutely. There's no safe lead in this game, that's for sure. 3 minutes and change left. Kitchener will inbound.
And Shaq Keith is going to pick up the foul on the press, Umapig. And that will just be Shaq Keith's first foul. Both sides, Kobe, 5 double-digit scorers. Let's go over KW first. Ed Horton, Isaiah Umapig with 26. Horton has 13, pardon me. Kalist with 12. Cavell with 13. And Flynn Whitfield with 12. And the Windsor Express obviously have 5 double-digit scores of their own. Juan Patillo, Stutz, Jones, Duncan, and Shaq Keith. This has been a fun game to watch, that's for sure. Blazek looking down low, swings it over to Cavell. He's lined up for 3.
Money. Cavell Johnson. 4th triple on the afternoon, Brett. Not one that couldn't come at a better time.
Couldn't agree more. 107-103 with 3 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Jones kicks it. Bennett taps it. Stutz kicks it back out to Bennett. He's got 7 to shoot. Blazek's on him. He rises. Off the mark, and
off.
Jones keeps it alive. Logan Stutz on the baseline, but he travels.
Unfortunate chain of events there for the Express, as Maurice Jones did keep it alive. Logan Stutz called for the travel, but the lead, Brett, cut to just 4 with 2:47 left in the 4th.
Now it's KW's turn after the basket was negated by Logan Stutz.
The Express with 24th quarter points to the Titans 19, so tightly contested quarter.
Umapig matched up with Logan Stutz. The guard drives. And leaves it for Flynn for 2. Thought he might have traveled in the key there. And now it's a 2-point game.
Stopped, turned around, and found the open man under the basket. But with Umapig, you got to think he's going to take that shot, so tough to defend.
Darren Duncan will check in shortly. He's got 2:12 to go here in the 4th. Jones has got an opportunity around the defender, no call, and Blazek will lead it up the other way.
Jones will hustle back on defense.
2 minutes to play here in the 4th.
Anybody's ball game, folks.
Double high screen. Umapig step back jumper.
It's a long 2, but an important 2.
So it's 107-107. 1:45 to go here. Jones driving baseline, and he'll draw the foul. So Windsor is in bonus now, so Jones will head to the free throw line. 1:49 to go. 1:43 to go, pardon me.
How about that last basket for Umapig, Brett? 26 points, 9 times. Looks like he's going to drive to the basket. Stops on a dime, pulls up, and drains the long 2 to tie it. Couldn't have been scripted any better for the Titans.
107-107 is the score. 1:43 to go here in the 4th quarter. Windsor and KW in a dogfight here in Game 2. Windsor looking to go 2-0. KW looking to even the series at 1. Off the mark. First free throw.
In a game that looked like it could potentially be a blowout, now has turned into a game that could potentially go down to the last shot. What a narrative.
And Jones knocks down the second. 108-107, Windsor leads. Now it's time to D up if you're the Express. Now it's time to execute if you're the Titans.
Every single possession counts.
Umapig behind the back, defended by Jones, gets a screen from Whitfield.
Good on-ball defense by Jones.
Number 5.
Cavell.
And he knocks it down. 110-108, the score.
19 points for Cavell Johnson, 5 triples, and boy, has he come up big in crunch time.
Jones, Duncan, and Bennett, the guards for Express. Patillo down low, rises. Tie game.
Beautiful shot there by Juan Patillo.
110-110. 1:12 to go here in the game. Going to come down to some defensive stops here as Patillo defending Footfield off glass and good.
Juan Patillo couldn't have done anything else there on the defensive end. He did a great job staying with his man and elevating off the ground to try and block the shot. Straight offense.
Down 2, Express offense. Jones has an opportunity.
Finds a lane.
And he scores. Tie game.
Maurice Jones.
And Coach Serge Langus of the KW Titans has called timeout. 48 seconds to go. What a game.
I believe it was around 6 minutes and change that Maurice Jones was inserted back into the Windsor lineup. And boy, oh boy, has he had big play after big play. It's been a team effort, but you can point to that man as a big reason and huge benefactor to Windsor's success here and why this game is tied right now. 23 points for Maurice Jones.
Maurice Jones with a tough finish down low, which tied this game. And some great offensive execution for both sides.
Yeah, both sides, and that came off a huge Titans bucket. I mean, it'd be easy to let the momentum go here, but these, like you said, Brett, it's an absolute dogfight. The Atlas Tube Center, what a game for this crowd.
Absolutely. Coach Serge Langus drawing up a play for his squad, looking to see what would be best. They don't have to go for a 3, obviously. It's a tie game. They can go for the 2. I would say you have to go inside out. I would say look inside to Flynn Whitfield first. But Isaiah Umapig has been dominant all game.
Absolutely, and you can't forget about Cavell Johnson. He's hit numerous shots here, huge shots at the end of the game, but inside out is probably the safest route to a basket.
Yep.
As we look at the 5 on the floor here for the Titans.
So the ball will be moved into the front court due to the timeout. Windsor coming back on D. Blazek, Umapig, Johnson, Whitfield, Kalist, Duncan, Patillo, Keith, Jones, and Bennett.
Speed for Windsor, but not as much length.
Umapig defended by Jones, looking for a double high screen perhaps, deciding which way he wants to go. Umapig picks up the dribble, gives it over to Cavell, long
There it is.
three, it's off the mark. 34 seconds.
So here we go.
So 10-second differential between game and shot clock. Jones has the opportunity, he bowls it up. 12 to shoot. High screen from Patillo, finds him. Rises. Loose ball. Police with it.
A shot that has worked all day. Doesn't fall at an important time.
Whitfield. That pass is broken up by Duncan, but a foul is called.
Darren Duncan comes in through the back door to disrupt a potential Cavell Johnson bucket.
On the pass, so that will be on the floor. 8.2 to go. Windsor has 6 fouls, so no more to give. 112, 112, 8 seconds to play. It's on the pass, that will be on Darren Duncan. 8 seconds to go. Baseline possession for the Titans. And a time was going to be called by the Titans.
And a potential game-winning shot opportunity here on the road for the Titans.
This is what you battle for. This is what you play for. The playoffs. What a fantastic game this has been.
And let me tell you what a thing it would be for the Titans to come in here and steal one against the Windsor Express at home.
Absolutely. Game 3 and Game 4 will take place on Wednesday and Friday at the Memorial Auditorium in Kitchener. A beautiful facility, but the Windsor Express would love to take a 2-0 lead into that game, and obviously the KW Titans looking to take home court advantage away from the Express should they take a win tonight.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely monstrous, and it does a lot psychologically too. It changes the momentum of the series to some degree.
I couldn't agree with you more. Obviously, everything's riding as we see that last.
And Maurice Jones hits Juan Patillo on the left side, and that's typically a shot that he makes, but a difficult shot, and he had a defender in his face.
Yep. So now coming back out of the timeout, the Express will go with Stutz, Jones, Bennett, Duncan, and Patillo. Johnson, Flynn, Whitfield, Adam Blazek, Umapig, and Calise. 3 great three-point shooters and 2 great inside players for the Titans.
And we've got some quick hands on the floor for the Express.
So 8 seconds to go.
Make life difficult on this inbounds pass.
I'm sure you're looking for a 5-count or a turnover if you're the Express. Cavell, he gives it over to Caliste. He's trapped on the sideline. He's got 3 to shoot. Gonna launch it. Short. We're going to overtime.
Great defense there by Darren Duncan. Actually gives the Express entire 5 on the floor credit. We're not giving the Titans any easy shot there.
Absolutely. We are going to go to overtime, folks. 5 minutes will determine, hopefully determine, whether the KW Titans or the Windsor Express will win this basketball game.
And the Titans have won the third quarter and the fourth quarter now in terms of the individual quarter-by-quarter points scored. So it just goes to show the comeback that they mounted in this game, now taking things to overtime.
Let's look at some regulation numbers, Kobe, for the KW Titans. A big offensive outburst by Isaiah Umapig got him to this point, but it has been the balanced scoring that has helped them obviously maintain with the Windsor Express.
Yeah, we see 9 different players score for the Express early, and then the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans bench really getting back in things, so much so that they've now outscored the Windsor bench 51-44. So really a phenomenal comeback here by the Titans to get this thing into overtime. They're now outscoring Windsor in the paint 44-38. They also have more second chance points, 15-9. The Express still controlling the points off turnovers, 24-13. The assist, the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans a +10 with 33-23. And the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans with 3 more turnovers at 20. Express have 17. So those are some of the outside numbers we don't always look at, but very, very important stuff going into overtime.
And of course, fouls are going to carry over into this quarter as well. Juan Patillo, the only member of the Windsor Express with 5 fouls. Adam Wing with 5 for KW. Something to look forward to. Maybe they're going to go right to Flynn Whitfield to start regulation to try and foul Patillo out. Cavell Johnson, they're going to go down low to Flynn. He's defended by Stutz, and the pass is out of his reach, and it will be Windsor ball.
Right, great defense there by Logan Stutz. He was able to protect the rim. And that helps force the ball out of bounds, and Windsor now can score some points off a turnover here in overtime.
Maurice Jones. Stutz for three. Oh, this place's roof is just waiting for a three ball.
This game might come down to gas tank and who's got more juice left in their legs.
Glenn Whitfield gets it to go.
Count it.
Counted in the foul.
Bernard Whitfield using the backboard to get it done. 18 big points. A potential opportunity here to make it 19.
So that foul will go against Logan Stutz.
More importantly, Brett, for the Titans, a chance here to extend now a lead to 3.
Yep. Largest lead of the game for Kitchener-Waterloo.
Windsor needs a bucket here.
Duncan. It's a high screen from Patillo, stays at the three-point line, gives it over to Stutz. He's at the three-point line, looking at Patillo.
Defended by Cavell Johnson.
To the rack, Patillo, spin move. Can't get it to go, Logan Stutz does. He's got an and one.
Count it. Juan Patillo unable to get it done at the rim, but Logan Stutz picks it up and finishes. He'll get the foul and get to the line. Really, really important play for the Express there. An important time to score. And Logan Stutz with an opportunity here to complete the three-point play.
Ties it. 15-15.
So back-to-back three-point plays for each team respectively.
Horton gets a screen from Whitfield. Swings it around to Whitfield. Pump fakes, looking for Blazek. And that ball is loose. Tony Bennett's going to get it. And he scores.
Easy money for Windsor right there. Tony Bennett finishing at the rim. And this place erupts.
Now Jones is D'ing up Caliste in the front court.
More importantly, gives the Express a 2-point lead.
And he loses it, but a foul is going to be called on Stutz for reaching in.
Tough call.
Yep.
But we have to respect it.
Absolutely. The gray shirts have had a tough job tonight. I wouldn't want their job. I like the one with the headset instead.
Yes. 5 fouls now on Logan Stutz, and he's a really important guy down the stretch here. 3 minutes and 18 seconds left. He'll stay on the floor.
So Patillo with 5, DeAndre Thomas with 4, and now Logan Stutz
5 fouls.
with 5. So the front court rotation being tested by the Titans here. And now Caliste will go to the free throw line.
And the Windsor Express almost doubling up the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans in free throw attempts.
Caliste.
The Titans 12 of 17. The Express 30 of 35 for 85%. So you gotta wonder if they hadn't got to the free throw line where we would be right now. So credit the Express for making the most of their free throws. Caliste makes the second.
17-17. Jones on the run. Can't get the fade away to go. Good defense by Cavell Johnson.
Johnson's had himself a heck of a game, Brett. 5 of 7 from downtown.
Umapig. Stolen. Maurice Jones has got it. He's heading the other way. Oh, and he can't convert the bucket. And one. Nope. So Umapig will commit the foul, but Windsor's Maurice Jones will go to the line.
Umapig now with 5 personal fouls, Brett, to go along with his 28 and 11. But very, very important free throws coming up for Maurice Jones. 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight.
Looking to take a lead with some free throws here.
Yeah, no more important than these ones, I can tell you that.
Oh, gets robbed. Rattles out.
In and out.
One more to go for Maurice Jones. And he does. 1 point lead for Windsor. 2:52 left to go in overtime. And Caliste barely gets that ball in.
Almost a turnover there for the Titans on the inbound for the on-ball defense by Duncan.
Windsor's guards not so much in foul trouble as their forwards.
Elise goes behind the back, gets
Scores.
a step on Duncan and finishes at the rim.
So 119-118. Kitchener-Waterloo takes the lead. Serge Langus cheering on his crowd, yelling out the defensive assignment.
Titans can taste it.
Jones kicks it in the corner for Bennett. He attacks, and he draws the foul.
And why not? It's been working all game long. 35 free throw attempts, 30 made. Tony Bennett able to get himself to the charity stripe, 2 of 2 from that space.
Juan Patillo and Darren Duncan have a quick conversation, probably about the pick and roll game, as Tony Bennett knocks down a big free throw tie in this game.
And now one more with the potential to take the lead. But now you're talking about a 1-point lead. Lots of time left.
120-119, Windsor up. Umapig with 5 fouls.
Yeah, Windsor needs to widen the gap a little bit, I can tell you that.
Umapig on the bounce. Defended by Jones. Looking down low to Cavell.
Beautiful fadeaway.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like butter, Cavell Johnson.
And back to the basket. Cavell Johnson with the fadeaway. Unbelievable game for him. 21 points. He getting it done from the free throw line, Brett, and there under the basket with the fadeaway.
Duncan. Quick screen from Patillo. Duncan pulls it back out. He's got 8 seconds to shoot.
And Stutz on the roll.
Jones. And Stutz
Keeps it alive.
Stutz does keep it alive. Fresh shot clock for the Windsor Express.
Huge offensive board by Logan Stutz right there.
1:25 to go in the game. 15 on the shot clock. Duncan to his left. Dribbles, spins, kicks. Stutz for 3.
Count it.
And a huge shot from the reigning MVP.
And the first triple Logan Stutz has made on the afternoon. 1 of 7. Oh boy, couldn't have come at a better time.
And an offensive foul going to be called against Glenn Whitfield.
And Logan Stutz, back-to-back plays for the Windsor Express. Boy, oh boy. Number 3, getting it done.
And that will be the 4th foul against Glenn Whitfield.
Unbelievable. Gives Windsor a 2-point lead with the 3-point attempt and make. And now they will retain possession off the offensive foul and charge.
And now Coach Jones is going to have to deal with the pressure being put on by the Titans defense now. 1:07 to go. You got a 2-point lead.
Yeah.
And smart to have Duncan and Jones breaking the press there. We have a little bit of man pressure
The
here.
3-point basket helped them widen the gap to 2, and I think that was important.
Calise reaches in, tries to steal that ball. And Duncan to his left. Going to play a high screen with Stutz.
Maybe looking to feed the big man. He'll take it to the rim and finish.
Huge shot right there. Darren Duncan shielding his body from Flynn Whitfield and scoring for 2. Horton picks up the rebound, gives it over to Flynn. He's got a 3-ball. Ripped away by Logan Stutz.
Yeah.
Listen to this crowd.
Unbelievable. Darren Duncan is fouled. And the Windsor Express train is a-rolling. This place is erupting right now at the Atlas Tube Center. What a performance. Darren Duncan getting it done at the rim. Unbelievable layup. And what a professional he is throughout this game. Coming up time and time again. Now getting himself to the free throw line.
Some costly turnovers by Kitchener-Waterloo in this overtime. Darren Duncan at the free throw line.
8 of 10 from the field, Brett. How about that for efficiency?
And a free throw to boot.
4-5 from the free throw line. 24 points, 9 dimes, 4 assists.
30 seconds to go. Looking for a 6-point lead, Duncan.
And Darren Duncan almost single-handedly closing out this game. 30 to go.
Tons of time to go here. We got Ed Horton attacking the rack, and he's going to score 2 quick ones. Best case scenario for the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans there. Ed Horton scores within 3 seconds.
Well, yeah, they needed one quick, and that's what they got. Good management of the clock there. They'll put Duncan back on the free throw line.
So with 20 seconds to go in overtime, Darren Duncan will go back to the charity stripe, 127 to 123.
Yeah.
Guys, make sure you stick around. We're going to have Justin and Aaron Sanders with our post-game remarks here on Knockstrom.tv. They're probably waiting eagerly to see what's going on here.
The Express, 41 free throw attempts. Make it 42, and they've made 36, Brett, 85%. Another point for Darren Duncan. But he is a closer, whether it's from the field, the free throw line, as he makes again, he gets it done. Time in and time out.
Umapig cross-court pass to Cavell Johnson, and a foul is going to be called on Logan Stutz on the way down.
So that makes things really, really interesting because it gives Cavell Johnson 3 free throw attempts.
So that will be Logan Stutz. That'll be his 6th.
Yep. Only 18 free throw attempts this afternoon, Brett.
And that's surprising
for
to me.
the KW Titans to the Express's 42. So that's a huge, huge number and thing to pay attention to. Logan Stutz will foul out, but man, did he have some big plays. None bigger than that 3-ball down the stretch.
Gets a few words from his point guard, Darren Duncan, who assisted on that 3-ball that Stutz made.
So Cavell's first free throw attempt of the afternoon, he makes.
That's 1.
He's
Got 2 to go.
Yeah, 22 points. 23. Like I talked about in the pregame, this guy's a professional. Been here, done that. A veteran. Iced, made all 3.
The 129 to 126. Windsor needs to close out the last 15 seconds to escape with a win. And KW is staying in their way of doing that.
The lead cut to 3.
And a push going to be called on Isaiah Umapig on the inbound. That will foul him out of the contest.
Yeah. With 28 and 12. What a game he had. Really on both ends, Brett. I thought Umapig played fantastic defense.
I did as well. He led the offense early and often, knocking down humongous 3-point shots. 28 points today. And coming in is going to be Adam Blazek with 13.9 to go in overtime.
And he's 4-8 from the field, 9 points, 5 assists, 5 boards. And look who it is on the free throw line once again. Mr. Dependable, Mr. Efficient, Mr. Darren Duncan.
Only a 3-point lead for the Express.
Duncan makes it 4.
And that makes it a huge game because that makes it a full 1 possession.
He is.
A 3-point made and a free throw.
In my opinion, if the Express close this thing out, you're looking at the player of the game right here. Bingo, Darren Duncan.
2-possession game. We'll draw the timeout from Serge Langus of the KW Titans. And we've got 14 seconds to go. And a 5-point lead for the Windsor Express. 131-126. What a basketball game, folks. On Knockstrom.tv, you're only going to get the best.
This might be the best game I've seen this year, Brett.
In terms of athleticism and competitiveness, absolutely.
In my opinion, it's the best game of the year I've watched and called, and it's been thoroughly enjoyable.
I couldn't agree more. Now we've got the chess match will continue between the two huddles. Coach Serge Langus drawing up a play for his team, trying to open up a 3-point shot quickly, I would imagine. And if you're Coach Bill Jones, you got to be worrying about defense, right? Defensive assignments, defensive assignments, defensive assignments.
Oh, exactly. But also player personnel now becomes an issue with several players fouled out. Key players for both sides. And
so Juan Patillo, Shaq Keith, Tony Bennett, Darren Duncan, and Maurice Jones on the floor. Blazek, Cavell Johnson, Glenn Whitfield, Callist, and Ed Horton for the Titans.
At least 4 real capable 3-point shooters for the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans.
I'd look for Adam Blazek first, and then Callist maybe second. That ball is knocked away by Tony Bennett. 3 seconds come off the clock, 10 seconds to go in overtime.
It makes things a little tougher for the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans. Great instincts there by Tony Bennett, batting that thing out of bounds.
We've seen some great defense on both sides of the ball today.
Both teams have been fantastic. So much fun to watch.
Callist drives. He's going to go for the 2. And lucky that Callist didn't make that shot, or else Juan Patillo would have given him the and 1.
It almost rolled in. It was close.
And that foul will go against Juan Patillo, so that will be his 6th. So now DeAndre Thomas, I would assume, is going to check into the game.
Yeah, the Express running out of front court players, but like you said, DeAndre Thomas is able to check back in at some point.
Right now it says it's 5 for Juan, so perhaps I was mistaken.
So good news for the Windsor Express. He's also a guy that can close out and get that rebound to this miss, which he doesn't.
So 131, 128, and Coach Bill Jones will now call timeout, advancing the ball from the baseline to the front court, and that in itself is huge.
Yeah, and maybe the Windsor Express will have an opportunity here to play some catch and choose some time off this clock before the foul comes.
131 to 128. We're going to sit down for a moment, and when these two teams return, we'll call the rest of the overtime here at Knockstrom.tv. We'll be right back. Folks, welcome back out of the timeout here. 6.2 seconds to go here in overtime. And you and I were just reveling about how well the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans played today and forcing overtime and, of course, forcing it all the way into the last possession here of overtime.
Yeah, when you look deep into these numbers, it's the free throws. Kitchener-Waterloo Titans 17 to 23 for 73%. That's a fantastic percentage. But the Express have attempted 45 free throws to 39 for 86, almost 87%. That's a massive contrast. Credit those Windsor Express players for getting themselves to the line.
Tony Bennett will draw the defenders and take the foul. 4.7 seconds to go. 1.4 came off the clock. And Bennett will now go to the free throw line, try and close it out now.
He's 4 of 4.
0 for 6 from the three-point line tonight, but Tony Bennett has done enough to get himself 10 points.
And he's done enough
defensively.
Absolutely. 4 of 5 now from the free throw line.
I jinxed him.
Yep. I've done that myself.
A couple of times.
Tony Bennett cans the second.
That's a big shot. 4-point lead for the Express. Blaza keeps it. He's got his foot on the line.
That's 3.
And that will do it.
More Reese Jones will seal it with the rebound.
A fantastic fight between KW and the Windsor Express.
What a game. The Express players come together full circle at center court. Hands up. What an effort. What an afternoon.
In a game like this, there are no winners or losers. We simply just ran out of time.
Yeah, that's it. Express players showing the fans their appreciation as they walk off, raising their arms.
So
what a battle.
Now Windsor will take a 2-0 series lead into their road trip to Kitchener-Waterloo. We're going to have a game on Wednesday at the Odd. That's the 10th. And, of course, on the 12th, Game 5 if necessary. And it could be necessary given how well Kitchener-Waterloo plays at home.
Oh,
that would be Sunday here, the 14th, at the Atlas Tube Center, 2 p.m. So 7 p.m. start on Wednesday and Friday at Kitchener. Best of luck to the Express there, and wouldn't be surprised to see us back here for Game 5 here next week.
It's entirely a possibility if this Kitchener-Waterloo Titans plays with this kind of fight on their home court throughout the next 2 games.
Absolutely. We're going to send it down to Justin Prince and Aaron Sanders in just a moment for our Knockstrom.tv pregame. Our player of the game, in my opinion, Darren Duncan.
Absolutely.
29 points for the Express, 9 assists, and 4 rebounds. Let's go downstairs to Aaron and JP for the Knockstrom.tv postgame report.
And another overtime thriller for the Windsor Express to prevail on 132-128. They take a 2-0 edge over the KW Titans as things shift for the next 3 days. And JP, we mentioned this at the halftime show that it was a matter of the battle of the guards. Darren Duncan claimed up, provide late game heroics. He's basically the savior of this afternoon.
The little general stepped things up big time because in the regular season the most he scored this year was 20 points. a major performance from him tonight. If you look at the statistics, 29 points, a very clutch performance, along with his 9 assists. Big performance from Darren Duncan there, going up against Isaiah Umape, who of course fouled out, but he also had a by far season-high 28 points and 12 assists. The guards stepped it up big time, and it was a crazy overtime period.
And let's face it, if it wasn't for Cavell Johnson or Isaiah Umapeg, KW wouldn't have a shot at all, because they kept this game real close, considering we had sheer overtones of what happened Friday night. Windsor Express came out with a big lead, and then the KW Titans, they came back onto the string of things, kept it into single digits. But overall, a good for them, but unfortunately they take a 2-0 trail.
They fought very hard to force this overtime too, because they shot 65% in the second half. If it wasn't for that shooting, we'd already be home about 20 minutes ago. Oh, as I joked there a little bit, but it was a crazy comeback to come into this one. You could feel the momentum starting to shift with that half-court shot at the end of the third quarter. But overall, even with Cavell Johnson making about a third of the threes he made in the regular season in one day, which he made 9 in the regular season, now he's got 6 in the playoffs. It was a little bit too much, I think, overall. It was just a lot of clutch performances today, a lot of intensity and effort. It was a few turnovers difference, I think, at the end of it in overtime.
And the guy that amazed me the most, especially in the front court for the Windsor Express, Juan Patel, he had another day for him. I mean, stat line filled up with him once again, but then again, that's been his game.
Yes, 18 points, 13 rebounds for another double-double, 7-22 shooting, but he was a major contributor, leading and rebounding, as I mentioned. Overall, great performance, even with some of the harder hits he had throughout the game on certain fouls. He was still able to fight through the intensity and through the pain at times, it seemed, and just continue to play like we expect him to as a dominant player. In fact, he almost ripped down the basket a few times from his intensity. So you got to expect to see the same for the remainder of the series.
The other team that's down 0-2 now is the Moncton Miracles. Halifax played their game and they won it in great fashion. So they're up 2-0 off the Moncton Coliseum for both of these clubs on Wednesday. And as for the Riptide and Storm, they're going to go to the limit. Riptide prevailed, winning by 10. And this is going to be pretty interesting on what happens on the Atlantic Division side as we part away for at least a few days.
It's going to be very interesting, because if you're Moncton, you're thinking you got to win at home. You got to win both of these at home to force a Game 5 against a team you struggled with against in the regular season. You need to figure out a way to stop the offense as fast as possible in Game 3 and 4 for Halifax, and step up your defense or something. I don't even know. Something drastic if you're Moncton. Try anything, because this is your season on the line here. As for St. John and the Island Storm, that's been a thrilling series. I thought going into today the Island Storm had the momentum big time, but the St. John Riptide have turned things around. We're going back to St. John. They're going back to St. John, I should say, because we're not going on plane, unfortunately. But it's going to be a fun Game 5 to watch, and a Game 3 very interesting between Halifax and Moncton.
As we wrap up here from the Atlas Tube Center, if you're both KW and Windsor, what has to be improved as this series shifts to the auditorium starting this Wednesday?
Right now, if you're Kitchener-Waterloo, you got to figure out a way to stop Windsor's offense at times, because even though Windsor shot 40%, they allowed them to go to the free throw line like a parade today. 40 of 47 Windsor was from the line. Like a literal parade down Main Street to the free throw line. You can't let that happen again and again and again. That is one of the main reasons they were down, even with Kitchener-Waterloo shooting 53% as they did for the whole game, and another 46% from beyond the arc. If you're Windsor, meanwhile, I think you have to step back and say, okay, how can we stop these giant comebacks here? Because both times it seems Kitchener-Waterloo was lit on fire offensively in the second half. And you also, at the same time, I think, have to sit back again and say, how can we make sure we keep control of the full game? Not just 2 quarters and maybe a 2 quarters and a third. of a third of a quarter, I should say.
Eh.
Figure out a way to close it out for the whole 48 minutes, not just for 24 minutes, and hope for the best and lean on your scoring efforts in the first half.
And with this win, this guarantees Windsor another home game, whether if it's game 5, should that be necessary. We'll be back here on Sunday, but that's a big if necessary, by the way. If they go on to the next round, they'll have a home game, of course, in the Central Finals. So far, it looks like to be London and Windsor the way these two have been playing out, but you're going to have to check the NBLC pages to find out the scheduling. But one thing for certain is Windsor Express and KW will do battle once again at Kitchener down at the Auditorium this Wednesday. It's going to be a big game. KW has their backs on the wall, so a lot riding on them, and of course a lot riding for the Windsor Express. We did it, JP. 4 games in 4 straight days. What a terrific way to start out this year's NBLC playoffs.
Yes, you have to love the playoff season, the second season as many people call it. A lot of things going on, of course. Both of us, I think, are exhausted, ready to just jump into a bed right now, but definitely some great excitement and a lot more to come in the upcoming games as well.
And it's time to go for us right here. That does it right here. 132-128. Windsor Express in dramatic fashion in overtime. Thank all of you for watching Notchstrom's digital media coverage for the last 4 days. It's been very great, and we hope to see you somewhere along the way after next week. We'll see you somehow along the way. This has been a presentation of Notchstrom Digital Media, producing the media excellence in Southern Ontario. For JP, Justin Prince, this be Aaron Sanders saying so long from the Lake City.